humans of the internet, welcome to the Gallant Horde. Today we are playing a poisonous problem, which I'm sure is going to be great. Before we get into that, I'm going to turn to the page that has the announcements on it because I am not there yet. We are currently partnered with Humble Bundle, and right now there is a bundle of cozy games. If you know anything about Jax, you will know that Jax is in fact not a gamer. However, she occasionally breaks that rule for cozy games. So you should go and have a look at it. Also, just as a little aside about how Jax is not a gamer, we're bringing that back. The Jax is not a gamer thing. We did a couple of streams, oh god, like years ago now, where I got the community to pick a game and I attempted to play it on stream. The first one was Portal and I had to stop partway through because it made me motion sick. And the second one was Stardew Valley, which was quite fun and I played it longer than I was supposed to. If you are a patron of our Patreon, you get to nominate and vote on what game I play. So if that is your jam, you should do that thing. We will be putting the first one will be going live on the night of Wednesday, not next week, but the week after. I don't remember the date off the top of my head. But it will then happen every fourth Wednesday after that. For those of you in time zones that are not conducive to New Zealand evenings, we will be releasing them as VODs as well. So you'll be able to watch them. But yeah, we're going to do that. I'm a little nervous about it because I have no doubt that some people, she says, looking at Jamie, are going to insist on putting games in the mix that are terrifying or that I will be very bad at. But
it's a good game. It's a really good game. It's Alien Isolation. It's amazing.
I was
I'm
going
a
to suggest Hades.
I might
I'm
join
a
the
wimp.
Patreon just to get you on
Just for
iRacing.
that.
Oh.
Anyway, that is a thing that is going on. So the nominations are currently open. So if you're interested, go and check out the Sparabel Patreon and yeah, you can nominate and then vote on what game I play in a week and a half's time live. It's amusing because I'm really not a gamer. I've never been much of a gamer, apart from like dumb games on my phone and occasional games that involve, growing gardens and being nice to your neighbors. So this will be fun. But yes, also a Humble Bundle. It's very whimsical and pretty and cute, and you should go and look at it. Did you know that if you subscribe on Twitch, you get access to our Discord, which has all sorts of delicious story juice in it? You should do that thing. Also, if you subscribe in Twitch, you'll get access to other secret things that are going to be happening very soon. And on that note, I'm going to get these lovely people to introduce themselves, and we're going to dive into this game because that's why we're here. Starting with Will.
Hello, I'm Will, and I play Aksel the rock and roll bard.
Jamie.
Hey, yes, I'm Jamie. I'll be playing Bergamot, the elfin druid, and probably going to be doing a lot of nature rolls today.
We'll see. Lacey.
I'm Lacey, and I play Brya, the learning how to cleric.
Learning how to cleric. Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm playing Gertrude Bee Biscuit, the witch with a talkative bee.
Gosh, you're a bunch of weirdos. Charlie.
Hello, I play Lorelei Hexes, the death cleric.
She's very cheerful death cleric. And finally, Mac.
Hi, I'm Mac. I play Pete, the tiefling who's just all the healing all the time.
Wow, what a party. Okay. So, the mission today, before I do that, every week I get someone in the game to roll a potion of resistance, and I get them to roll a d6. If you know anything about Pathfinder Potion of Resistance, there are only 5 options. So what I did with the 6 was give you resistance to the thing that is most likely to be helpful for you today. Which in this case, surprising no one given the title, is poison.
That's the dice right there. Shout out to Kit, who made this for my character last season.
It's the first D6 we've had. I mean, the first 6 we've had for Potion of Resistance. I've had that in my back pocket the whole time, but this is the first time it's come into play.
And what did you
Yeah.
say in the channel? Was it something like "you lucky little shit"?
You lucky little shit.
But now Jax has to switch what number it is, so people aren't just saying, "I rolled a 6."
Well, if everyone suddenly starts rolling a 6, then 6 will suddenly become bad. It'll be like, oh, there's no resistance today. Sorry about that. In fact, I'm gonna just change it to a weakness. You are now weak against.
Resistance, vulnerability. It's a fine line.
Exactly.
Roll
Anyway,
stuff
so the potion of resistance today is poison. You do still have to get it, and you do still have to tell me you've drunk it. If you don't do that, it doesn't take effect. What are we doing? Playing the game. So, jeez.
I thought we were just hanging out and talking crap. Oh.
While playing
What-
the game, that's how this goes.
What is Pathfinder?
Okay.
It's not fun.
So the mission today is you have been sent to the very small village of Oflence. Oflence is in the kind of northeast of the country. There's like this area of kind of scrubbish land. It's very kind of not exactly desert, but not super hospitable or lush or anything like that. And Oflence is a very small village in this area that kind of ekes out an existence in this fairly inhospitable landscape. It is a couple of days from Circle Creek, so you as a group have been traveling for a couple of days to get there. You would have followed the Riverways Road and then gone north off it on a road that would have been signposted, but not great. Lots of potholes, definitely not a road that is as well taken care of as the main thoroughfares you have mostly been on. As you approach the village, before we get to that, is there anything you want to have done on the journey that you haven't already covered in the Discord? Just
I would have made the group aware that I have a new spell, and it can connect 5 of us and not a 6th person, unfortunately. But what it does is, as an action, you can choose to see through the eyes of your party member, which means that 6 of us could just like Zoom screen share. Thanks, Dave,
Yeah.
for pointing that out. But it would leave one person out if we wanted to do it.
You can
And
leave
so
me
that's-
out.
Oh, okay. So if we need that, also please tell Lorelai, because she can do that.
Yeah, Pete's got a new spell as well that he can basically turn himself into a field of healing. But it decreases over being used. But it's something I have to prep ahead of time.
So this is the screen share version of Mrs. group message chat thing that Ms used to do. Cool. Okay. Anything else before we approach the village? I know there's been some lassoing practice going on. That was very amusing.
It went poorly.
Yeah, we're bad.
Cool. All right. Well, you approach Oflence. It is not large. It is a very small place. If you've ever been to like a small kind of farming village in a place that's not that good at farming, I don't know if you've ever encountered places like this. I'm from Africa, so I have.
Sounds like sounds like
Because-
Ekidahuna.
I mean, yeah. Small, not a large population, and the village is. I have a map, but I will tell you for free that the map looks much nicer than you should imagine this village to look, because it is a Tom Carter's map and is therefore beautiful.
Oh, so the town from its heyday, and we're definitely not
This
there.
is not. This is also not the whole town. It's like a section of it. It's kind of the main bit, and then there would be some other little buildings off on the edges. But it's a little run down. It kind of has that look of people haven't fixed things up very often. It's a
Would
bit
my
rough.
hometown be nicer than this?
Yes, your hometown would be
Okay.
nicer than this, because your hometown is in a more fertile place.
Yeah.
This is the sort of place that people go to when they're sick of everything, and so they go to live here so they don't have to deal with people anymore. You know?
I feel that.
Mm.
Where I live, got it.
So it's run down. It looks like these people they're not living super prosperous lives. They are struggling to make a life in this fairly inhospitable place. Like they're doing okay and they're obviously getting by, but they're just getting by. Yes, Axel.
Is there a tavern?
Make a perception check.
Well, my next question was going to be, has Axel played there?
No,
forgot.
Axel has definitely not played here. This is
Okay.
too small a place, so there would be very little point in making a point of coming here. It's not the sort of place people come to. for that
Perception
kind of
was
thing.
26.
Tavern is a strong word. There is like again, if you come from a farming community, there's usually like a place where I grew up, it was a polo club, which makes it sound much fancier than it actually was. It was a room with a bar that sometimes people went and drank in, and there was a field that horses happened on. This does not have a field of horses, but there is a place that looks like it could be that sort of place, but it's not open. It's the kind of place that they'll be like, okay, on Friday night we're all going to go there because there are only like 20 of us. Yes, Axel.
With my 26 perception, is there an apothecary's office obvious to us?
Absolutely. You can see a building that has like the Caduceus sign. Do you know what that is? The thing with the snake.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah.
with the snake. Yeah, I did. Sorry. Yeah, let's go there.
It looks just as run down as the rest of the place, but it does have the symbol outside the door.
That does make the most sense. Good job. Good eyes.
Okay, so you walk in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. There's a bell that goes tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in like a kind of sad way, like it's sort of not working very well, but she hasn't bothered to replace it. And you see someone stand up from behind one of the counters and go, and it is a half orc woman, and she looks up and she goes, "Oh, hello, are you Andaline's people?"
Why, yes, we are. Are you Gura?
I am, yes. Hello. Thank you for coming. I know it's very out of the way.
Lovely town you got here.
That's a very sweet lie. Thank you, dear.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet
I
little
did
lies.
see some interesting flora along the way, so
Good. Nice. You like flowers?
I mean, yes, they're quite intriguing with how they seem to function.
Oh, you're interested in the functioning of plants.
Yes, I'm
Well,
researching primal energies and how they seem to
Oh.
interact with the nature.
fascinating. Her entire demeanor changes. This is her area of interest. She's like,
Neurotalk,
you know,
yes.
there's in the very early weeks of the long spring, this whole area just bursts into flower for like a week. It's
Really?
very beautiful. It only happens once a year. But some of those flowers have extremely interesting properties.
Oh,
They can do all sorts of interesting things. I'm thinking of like Feinbors and the Karoo. That's
Huh.
my brain.
she pulls out her notebook and starts writing down. Right, okay,
Yes.
short spring.
You could, hang on one moment. And she goes and she finds a book and she brings it out. The rest of you get the feeling that this conversation could take over your lives very quickly. She opens up a book and she goes, "You see, this one is," and she starts talking about the specific flowers and their various properties. And she will continue to do that until she is interrupted. And I
And
do not have
Bergamot's just stuck in this as well, so.
Lorelai will just very politely look at Axel.
Gertrude's gonna offer cookies and see if that stops them.
Oh, thank you, dear. Yes, and then this one has it has these very big thorns, which are sort of they're difficult. But if you could get past the thorns,
Poison?
like a little what? Oh, yes.
Right.
Sorry. Perhaps later we could have a further conversation.
Yes.
Anyway, yes. My apologies. I get excited. There's not really anyone in Oflence who shares my interest in this sort of thing. They just want to be fixed.
Mm.
Yeah, man, I get it.
But what's really cool is actually this could lead to even different conversations for you. So you have a thing that is poisoning your people?
I believe so. It's hard to be sure. The symptoms vary, but we've had some people just get very lethargic and weakened. You know, they I have a list. Please hold. Um, Gu- Gelsa is our blacksmith. She is usually very, very strong, as you can imagine a blacksmith would have to be. But recently she has become extremely weakened to the point where she can barely lift her big blacksmith hammer thing. Um, and a couple of others had like odd hallucinations. One of them was carrying a staff and thought it was a stick, like threw it away and started screaming and believed it to be not a stick, a snake, some sort of snake thing. There've been a number of things of that nature, just strange behaviors that afflict people and then kind of pass. I've been treating them for general sort of disease and poison, and it does seem to eventually pass. Nobody has died, but it's concerning. I feel like there's something.
Is there
causing
some sort
this.
of commonality of where they are visiting or something like that?
Well, that's the difficulty. We're a very small town. You know, we all move in the same sort of circles. We, you know, every tattoo night we go and we drink together. But I've checked all the things in the common, you know, bar area, and it all seems to come back normal. So I'm uncertain.
I make a occultism check to see if this is. Basically, I want to try and remember if there's any sort of like death or like disease cults which would make a kind of disease or miasma that may sort of follow this kind of thing.
I want to go straight medicine to go see if there's anything in there.
Oh, not great. 13.
13. Nothing with that level of variety that you know of immediately.
26.
Mac, you may have not Mac, Pete. You may have an idea that like there are things that can cause this sort of. You would certainly know that there are things that can cause hallucinations. Usually plant based though. And anemones.
Come on!
Yeah.
But you're very far from the sea here, so. But yes, you would know that there are things like plant-based things that can cause hallucinations, but it's usually, and that sometimes they can have bad side effects, but these are usually things people would enjoy for recreational purposes. Yeah. Yes.
Can Axel do a music/party lore on recreational things that he might know about?
I will let you do a. Oh Jesus.
That's great.
I'm gonna go with society because I feel like that. No, God. Hang
Well,
on, let me look at
society or music/party lore
Do
is
you
the
have
same role
such
for
a
me.
thing as music/party lore?
I'm just
Yeah,
adding
right.
in this.
Go for it.
I'm adding in the slash party, but music lore.
Alright,
But
alright.
society's the same role for me.
Alright, I'll allow it.
Which one?
Take your pick. If they're the
Right.
same, it doesn't matter.
Matters to me, man. That's a flat 10. I'm not going to use my inspiration on that.
Nah, it's a bit vague. Like, yeah, certainly Pete would be aware that these things exist, but from the descriptions, because hallucinations can take all kinds of forms, it's hard to be like, that sounds like X thing. Yes, Laura.
Frau Gura, a question. Do you have anybody who is currently suffering from this affliction?
Well, what did I say her name was? Gelsa has still not come right. She's very weakened.
Is she here with you for treatment, Or
No,
is
no,
there a way
she's.
we could visit her?
I don't really have space like that, but she's at her home, which is just across the way. You could, I mean, you would have seen a blacksmith place as you walked in. Yes, Aksel.
I have two questions. Do you believe what's causing the poison to be animal, mineral, or vegetable?
I am uncertain. If I could
And
locate the source, then I would probably not require you.
okay, and then follow-up question: What are you paying us to deal with this problem?
Oh, yes, payment. Well, we're not very wealthy here. I can probably scrounge together maybe 50 gold. Would that be sufficient?
Each?
No, that would be a lot of money for us.
That's far below the going rate for the sort of work we do.
Could I suggest, do you have any medicinal potions or salves or any things that maybe you could add on top of
Oh.
that?
Yes, I could put together a little care package of that sort of thing, if that would be acceptable.
I'm okay with skipping the money if I can just copy a couple of things from that book.
Absolutely, that would be perfectly fine.
I
So-
don't think the rest of us would like to skip the money.
Oh, I assumed that was a personal thing. Let me get this straight.
Yes.
50 gold plus a care package of what I can put together from a medicinal point of view, and the opportunity for your friend here to copy some things out of my book.
Oh, Andaline's not going to be happy with that one. She wants us to make money.
Pete will
And
sort of have a look around and be like, does he get the
Cora?
vibe that there's lots of different sorts of potions
You
and things
Make a
here?
medicine check.
Can I roll diplomacy to see if she's lowballing us on the money?
I
Sure.
mean, Pete did just roll a natural 20 for a 35.
Nice.
She clearly knows her shit. This place is it. You would identify that there are a number of things here that are quite rare, and that is obviously that possibly she lives here because of its access to these extremely rare flowers that show up once a year, and she then uses them to create things that are helpful. So she's very competent at what she does, and she's not. What was your diplomacy thing?
Is that the best you can do? 50 gold? Diplomacy of 15. Bom bom.
She you don't get the vibe she's lowballing. You get like you saw this town. These are not wealthy people. Yes,
It's worth
Lorna.
a shot.
As part of the gossiping with my beautiful bergamot here, you would also consider being a point of contact should we ever want to discuss more.
Oh, of course. I love to talk about these things. It's just there's not really anyone here who cares. But yes, I would be more than happy to share what knowledge I have.
Well, should you ever need to send a letter our way as well, please. I think that perhaps opening communication between our two places would be a good idea.
Absolutely.
So-
I love to share knowledge. I'm not one of those silly people who feels that because I know things that makes me better than everyone else, and therefore I should hoard it to myself. No. It is much better to. The more people who know about these things, the more we can help people be healed from their maladies.
Pete's eyes will sort of narrow after like taking in a good look around, and he's like, "So, man, like, what do you like at teaching people stuff?"
Well, I've never really been a teacher exactly. I've never had any apprentices or anything of that sort, but I am very good at talking about the things I know.
Cool.
Is that the same thing?
Have you met a little dude called Malachi?
I have met Malachi.
Yes.
Malachi is extremely knowledgeable about many things. We have had many lovely conversations until he kicked me out because he got sick of me.
Yes.
Please do not take that personally.
Oh, I didn't. I understand what I'm dealing with him.
Real good
He's
at talking
delightful.
about what he knows, but real
Oh, I
bad
see.
at
I see what you
stuff.
mean. He assumes a baseline of knowledge that is well above your average person.
Yeah.
Well, I have spent the last many years in Oflence, so I've had to learn to downgrade the way I speak about things. Because
Well,
if I say, the chemical properties of this plant will infuse your body with such and such enzyme, they just look at me like, and if I say that this will make you feel better, then they take the thing and they feel better and they think I'm brilliant. They're good people. Please don't misunderstand me. They just don't, have the same knowledge and background as I do.
could you make us an introduction with your blacksmith so that it's not
course.
just strangers knocking on her door while she is feeling unwell?
Of course, yes. Please follow me. And she walks out and heads across the open area in the middle to where the blacksmith is. And she knocks on the door and she goes, Gelsa, are you in? And you hear a voice from inside go, yes, Gura, I'm here. Come on in, please. And she pushes the door open and she walks in and she kind of gestures you all in. And you see sitting on a chair looking morosely sad, a very, very small, like not quite middle-aged, but kind of on the old end of, the young end of middle-aged is what I mean. Gnomish woman. She has bulging muscles in her arms, but she looks miserable. And she looks up and she goes, oh, hello. I'm still not feeling 100%, I'm afraid. I hope you haven't come in for... Oh, goodness, you brought guests. She kind of stands up and sort of dusts herself off and starts wiping the table.
No.
I'm so
Stay
sorry
comfortable.
about...
Stay comfortable.
No.
Don't get up on our account.
Oh man, all good.
We
It's
understand you're
usually-
poorly.
It's usually a lot more tidy around here. And you look around, this place is fucking immaculate.
Bergamot's gonna just quickly drink her vial of potion resistance. Poison,
Okay.
just in case.
How long does that last? The potion
It
of
lasts the
resistance.
game if it's the one that comes from
Oh.
chat, because yeah.
I'll have it on record that Aksel has drunk his potion of
Okay.
resistance, being a germaphobe and all.
I'm so sorry.
Yes. Hello.
May I approach you and just ask you some questions about your ailment?
Oh, are you some sort of doctor?
Yes.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
It's not a lie. It's just I wouldn't use the term doctor. However, I have recently become very intimately acquainted with poisons and diseases to the point where I'm very good at acknowledging their existence.
Well, yes, of course. If you can solve this problem, that would be wonderful. I can't do any work yet. If I try to lift my hammer, it just seems so heavy. It's a problem.
Well-
It is the basis of my entire business, you see.
So that's a 19, not 21. I accidentally had risky surgery, and I'm not cutting this woman open. So it's just a 19. But
Yep.
I'm checking her over just to see the general, like, how is she feeling? Is her circulation okay? Like, am I seeing discoloration or any markings that are worrisome?
So what you...
Oh, but it is, I don't know if this would count, but I do have a feat that gives me a +4 if I... Oh, no, that's for if they're making a saving throw. Never mind.
No.
Unless she's making a saving throw.
No. She just seems super weak. Like, she doesn't seem to be discolored particularly. She doesn't describe any symptoms of feeling ill. She's just very weakened.
Where were you about 12 hours before you started feeling ill?
Oh, goodness. I mean, here, I don't really go anywhere. Sometimes I go across and have some drinks, with the townsfolk, but generally speaking, I just am in town.
Pete will move over as well, very businesslike fashion, and be like, I think I might be able to do something for you, man, but it'll have to be a bit later.
Oh, all right. I mean, anything you could do would be wonderful. And Gura goes, yes, indeed. Nothing I have tried seems to have helped. I don't really understand. Usually, I'm able to undo this sort of thing with. This is why I'm hoping you can find the source so that we can figure out some kind of antidote.
Yeah,
And
I can definitely do a thing. It might work, it might not, but I don't want to do it now in case I need to do it to one of these guys, you know. But tomorrow, definitely not a problem.
Okay. Yes, Axel.
Have hi, I'm Axel. I'm Dr. Rock. The have you been bitten, or have you bitten any unusual animals, minerals, or vegetables?
Vegetables. I do bite those sometimes. I don't usually bite the other things. I don't recall being bitten by anything. You know, sometimes there are bugs and stuff, but unless there's a new kind of bug,
You
I don't.
didn't get nibbled on by anyone at the bar on the Friday night when things got a bit freaky?
No, it's not
Okay.
that sort of place, really. We just drink a little bit
I
and
understand.
go home. It's not. She looks like actually disturbed by this suggestion. Lorelai.
That concludes my line of questioning. Thank you.
Lorelai.
how long have you been afflicted with this feeling?
Oh, well, there were a couple of days, and then it passed, and then I was all right for a day or two, and then it returned again.
Did you drink at the pub between when you were feeling okay and not feeling okay again?
No, because I was catching up.
Okay.
The only thing I really drank was water. It gets very hot in the forge.
Where do you get your water?
Where we all get our water. There's a well. Did you not see it? It's right in the middle.
Well, some people have a personal well. I don't know.
Brya.
May I cast a spell on you? This will tell us if you are poisoned or not.
Sure. Will it hurt?
No, it shouldn't.
Well, yes.
It
Please.
She really doesn't know.
I promise you, I won't feel a thing.
So it detects whether a creature is venomous or poisonous, or if an object is poisoned or has been poisoned.
Yeah, she's poisoned.
Okay.
What does Brya's magic feel like?
That's a question for Brya. What does Brya's magic feel like?
Well, you know how Lorelai is really warm? We'll turn it up, and it's really bright.
Feels like being bathed in like a sun lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh goodness. I think I'm having a flush.
Sorry.
Yes, Jen. Gertrude.
Has there been any kind of new drinks or anything in the bar that you guys have never had before?
No, we're not very
Okay.
imaginative.
So they didn't try anything crazy.
I don't believe crazy isn't really a thing that happens in Oflence, you know.
Yeah, look. One time, my son found some peppers and decided to try and make some spicy wine. Sometimes you get creative when you're bored. That's a
fair point. I can imagine Zexink doing that, to be honest.
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Obviously ignoring all of our team. So just basically seeing whether or not there's the presence or absence of magic.
There's nothing magic here that isn't coming from you guys.
Okay. Cool. It's good to know. May we look at where you sleep?
Oh, certainly. She pushes open a door, and there's a very simple like bedroom. There's little like there's a bed and a side table, and that's about it.
I would like to check around the area for mold or any sort of growth on the walls of the ceiling.
Okay. Make a perception check, please.
Will guide Bergamot.
It's a +2, yeah.
I think that is a +2.
If you have to do your own perception roll, and if it's if it's a successful perception roll, then I get to add +2 onto mine.
Is 22 successful?
Yes.
So that makes it a 28 on the perception.
There is no mold in this room. This is a very clean and tidy person.
Cool.
You find nothing like that.
It's also a pretty dry environment, isn't it? We're in the
Yeah.
desert, sort of, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is pretty.
except people sleeping in one place continuously, humidity can build up in corners and such, so it's good to double check that.
This is a person who keeps everything very clean and tidy.
Okay, I'd go. Yeah, so I was just checking. No, everything seems good. Thank you.
Is there only the one water source in town, and that's the well that we walked past on the way in?
Yes, we all use the well. We always have.
Poison in the well, poison in the well. I think there's a big creature in the well.
That's entirely possible, yes. There's a few different creatures that prefer deep, dark, and wet places.
Me too.
My friends.
You prefer
you
wet
think-
places?
Never mind.
Okay.
My beautiful friends. Do you think it would be worthy of speaking to one more person who has been afflicted, perhaps the creative one, to see what their experience is and if it differs at all?
The creative one. This is Gura. Which one do you mean by the creative one?
Zexinx.
That's the name.
Yes, she's delightful. She cooks things mostly and bakes things, and sometimes they are experimental.
Do you think it would be worth talking to her experience as well?
Absolutely. She, if I recall correctly, please hold. Had a problem where for like maybe 2 days she believed she was smaller than she was, which she's already pretty small. But it was a problem because she kept bumping into things because she thought she could fit underneath them.
Is her head okay?
What do you mean? Oh, because she was bumping into things. Yes. We put ice packs on and told her to lie down for a bit until it passed, and it did pass. But it was odd.
Group, do you think this is a good idea, or do you want to just look in the well?
It's worth a check, just in case.
All right, come along. And she takes you. She says goodbye to Gelsa, and she takes you across the center of town. It's not a lot of town. To another building, which has like a little kind of kitchen garden out the back. And she knocks on the door and she says, "Zexink, hello, are you in?" And the door is flung open, and you see a small goblin with a big pink bow in where its hair would be if it had hair. And it looks up and it goes, "Gura, you're just on time. I've made a thing. Would you like to try it?" "Oh, you have friends. We can all try it. Come in. And she takes you inside, assuming you come in.
Yes, we come in. This Bergamot comes in.
And you see a very low table, goblin-sized table, and in the middle of it is a pot. And it smells interesting. It's kind of like what would
Can I
happen
try to identify it?
if... Hang on, let me tell you about the smell first. It's like if it was stew, but it was spiced like mulled wine. That's kind of the experience you're having. It's like cloves and cinnamon and that kind of smell, but it looks like some sort of stew.
Intriguing.
Can I try to identify this?
Sure.
Before, so he's just like.
What are you trying to identify about the stew?
Just see if I could pick out the ingredients. So, like, can I use my cooking lore?
Yeah, all right, yep.
Okay. What a 27.
So it definitely has some kind of meat in it. You can't tell what. It has a lot of, like I said, spices of that kind of nature, of the, like, mulled wine sort of spice area, flavor profile. There's definitely actually wine in there. You're absolutely certain of that. and a bunch of vegetables, and probably some sort of standard cooking herbs, thyme, basil, whatever she has been able to grow in the bag. Probably rosemary. Rosemary grows in those sort of conditions. It doesn't smell bad. It's just an interesting combination.
I want to try that, but I'll hold off.
Who would like some? I'm very excited about it.
Well, I'm so sorry, but unfortunately, we cannot try it just yet. We are on a job, unfortunately.
Oh, well, Gura, here, you try it. And she gives Gura a little, like, wooden bowl. And Gura tastes it and goes, it's quite good. Eats it up.
Hope the offer is open perhaps after we have investigated things. But
Absolutely. I will be trying to make a dessert out of rice and rose petals. So perhaps we could, when you come back, we could have both of the things. It will be amazing.
Well, you seem to be feeling much better than what we heard before.
What? I haven't been feeling bad. I was just small for a while.
I hate when that happens. How long were you small?
Maybe a day. I woke up. I had breakfast, and then I was small, and then I went to sleep, and then the next day I was not small anymore.
So that was quite fast.
Yes. It was odd, but, got to get on with things. Can't let something silly like being small interfere.
Oh, it's impossible. But there was nothing strange that you have, Aksel, I'm sorry, Dr. Rocks. What was the list of things you were asking if you were biting?
Have you bitten or been bitten by any strange animals, vegetables, or minerals?
I have bitten all of those things. Yes.
That
Anything
really
strange?
narrows it down. Thank you.
Yeah. Any different ones recently, though? Like the day before?
You see, in my line of work, I have to taste many things. So I bite almost everything, apart from things that require, like I won't bite you unless you let me.
That is fair.
There's a pause, like she's sort of waiting to see if you're going to give her permission, but she doesn't want to ask for it. And then she carries on and goes, however...
Lorelai puts her arm out.
Really?
You may bite me. It's fine. Try it.
I've never bitten a pink tiefling before. I bit a blue
It is a
one
new
once,
experience.
and it... she bites you.
I have been bit.
Hang on, I'm just going to roll, like... Please hold for goblin roll
I
damage.
must say, I am disappointed that Aksel didn't go for Dr. Feelgood.
I thought about it, but copyright and all.
Lorelai, take 3 points of piercing damage.
Yes, that's fair.
He just watching this like, what the hell is going on?
She kind of steps back and she goes, little bit sweet, little bit like, have you ever had candy floss?
I have never heard of such a thing.
It's like this magical... I had it once in Elder Castle. It was very exciting. It was like this... I've never been able to recreate it, though. I have tried. It's like this magical, puffy stuff. And it's very sticky. And if you get it wet, it vanishes. Don't get it wet. And it's very...
It can be wet. It is okay.
And it's and you sort of taste like that a little bit. Just a little bit. But
That's
mostly you
all-
taste like person.
Well, it vanished because it's made out of sugar. So and when
Have
sugar
you had...
get
Do you know how to make it?
kinda, it's hard.
Well, yes, I know that.
You
That's
have to
why I
have
haven't
a
been able to-
special kind of thing and a lot of air.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
I could do it back in my bakery, but I can't do it here.
All right. So special equipment is the secret. Perhaps I can
Well-
acquire some in some fashion.
Here's a question.
Yes. Hello.
Were you
yes.
cooking with well water that day? The day before your small day?
Well, I start every day with a big glass of water because it's important to stay hydrated when you're in the kitchen all the time. So yes, but I mean, yes, obviously I cook with... That's the only source of water we have. And you do require water for many cooking things. There's water in the stew, for example.
I have known an old man who refused to do anything if the liquid was not ale, so I had to ask.
Oh, that's fair. I can sort of see the point.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Does anybody else have any questions? Because I think I am done.
Oh, but Gertrude's gonna leave some cookies and then get ready to leave.
Do you have a recipe?
Yes.
May I have it?
Sure.
She pulls out a big book. It is a big book. It's like the size of her upper body. And she goes, Vodonk.
Gertrude's
finds the
isn't as
first blank
big, but
page.
it's also big. She pulls out her.
Oh, you have. May I copy it, please?
Yes.
She copies down the recipe for cookies.
What kind of cookies are they?
Let's go with some cranberry cookies because those are delicious.
She copies the recipe down. So you don't
Well-
want to, you're going to come back and try the stew later.
Yes.
I'm excited.
We are going to see our investigation through, and then we will let you know how it goes.
Good, good. I mean, being small wasn't bad. It was just slightly inconvenient. I kept bumping my head on things, which, now that I come to think of it, is a bit odd if you're small, isn't it? Gura
Odd
just
things
kind of
happen.
shakes her head,
Like-
like she's explained this several times, but
You
it hasn't
weren't
sunk in.
used to being small, so you weren't used to where your head was, as opposed
Exactly.
to where it normally is.
Perhaps,
So
yes.
it makes sense that you bump your head when you're small.
Yes, that sounds reasonable to me.
And Pete will very carefully walk out backwards, keeping an eye on this goblin, so he doesn't get bit either.
She doesn't bite without permission.
He's
I-
a very different kind of tiefling, so he doesn't want to get bit.
Well, I am through, so I will go outside as well.
Very good. So we all
Yep.
exit the goblin's home. Bye!
Yep.
See you, bye! See you, bye! Bye! She slams the door.
I'm sorry. I know that some of you may have wanted to taste that soup, but if she's cooking with poison water, I didn't want you to be ill.
But you
You
also
say
Right with you,
left
Spooky. Right with you.
It just smelled so good.
Oh, it looks amazing. Wine and
And
meat
there's
go
wine in
together.
it?
Yeah. Oof.
All right.
Gura says, if it's coming from her cooking, it's not on purpose. She's been here a long time, and she's very eccentric, but her food is generally pretty good.
Okay. Anyways, this well
Yes.
But you think it's the well?
Well,
could be.
Well, well, well.
But we've used this well for decades.
sometimes a bird flies in and it dies, and it gets a little gross and you have to fish it out. You never know.
How
Yes, that
How big-
happens, and we do that. Of course, sometimes, but that's usually very obvious that that's what's going on. It doesn't smell strange. It seems perfectly normal.
And the fact that this
Gertrude?
is not a continuous issue is also very strange.
And that it is affecting people differently every time. But it seemed to be a commonality, and which is why I would like to at least check. And so I was wondering, actually, Gertrude, I do not want to be presumptuous, but
Put
your
the bee in?
beautiful... Yeah, could the bee go?
Mhm, mhm. He has
So
dark.
you're sending your bee down the well. Okay.
Bee is going down into the well. Got
And
this, buddy.
bee does have a dark vision? Because it's
Yes.
dark down there. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for your bee.
Okay, going to the bee for perception. No, not please. Thank you. Where's it at? Sorry, I don't usually go here. Okay.
You're fine.
Da 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 da. I'm just. Do I have it? I do have inspiration, so I want to use that.
Could I also... I'm going to roll perception to see if I can also guide a beautiful bee, if that is possible.
Okay.
Would you count a 34 as a success?
No.
It's a natural
it's all good.
20.
yes, that would be a success. Yes.
Oh,
So you get, I believe it's a +1 circumstance bonus with guidance.
15.
15. So the bottom of this well appears to be a underground stream of some sort. The well has obviously been like sunk into the ground, but it's hit an underground stream that is flowing
How deep?
through the well.
Yeah.
15 feet. Let's go with that. I don't know how deep wells usually. No, it's probably deeper than that. 30. Let's go with
Yes.
30. I don't know
That's okay.
about wells.
I'm not gonna say anything. That's okay.
Do you know how deep wells are? You tell me. How deep is the well, Jennifer?
It depends on the terrain and stuff, and the water table. 30 should be fine. Usually, that's a good point to get the clean water. I won't.
Okay.
I won't
Thank
harp
you,
on this.
resident geologist. All right, 30 feet
Okay.
to the stream, underground stream.
When he gets down there and he looks around and he tells me what he sees, can I look through his eyes and then try to look and see if I can see anything
Sure.
that my bee didn't see? Cool. Cool. Thanks,
I will
honey
just
biscuit.
hold Gertrude's hand, just if she wants to make sure she doesn't fall over.
That would be fantastic. She would really appreciate that. She rolled also a 14.
I mean, the stream definitely goes in either direction, and you can see that there are openings. Like you would be able to clamber through if you went down there.
But does anything look non-welly? Like,
It looks pretty normal as far as you can tell with a 14.
I mean, how many wells does she really go into? She lived by the water, so.
Brya.
She's just gonna make sure that she takes her potion of resistance.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's 3 potions I've heard about now.
Mhm.
So we know
Water's definitely coming from somewhere and going somewhere. This is what you can
Mhm.
establish, and you would be able to investigate if you went down.
So is it like it's flowing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Honey Biscuit comes back. I'm not gonna do his voice right now because, yeah. Gertrude. I thought about it. Gertrude is just gonna be like, well, it's coming, it's flowing through, and it's going through. So could it be that something further down in this stream is making the poison stuff, and that's why it's kind of affecting people at different times? Because it's not
The
a
upstream,
constant.
wouldn't it?
Upstream, coming down from upstream. Yeah.
it could make sense that this is like a byproduct or an output of some sort of creature, which is why it only comes at random times.
And it has different levels of whatever it is.
Hmm.
Gura's nodding like this all sounds reasonable. This could be the thing. It honestly never occurred to me it might be the water. You know how when something's right in front of your nose and you've used it forever, you don't. I feel a little foolish, to be honest, to not have thought of that.
No, could you have? It's fine. We have like 6 people trying to think of this. You are by yourself.
Also, we could be way off base.
Yeah, we could be very wrong.
And if
It
we
does
are,
make sense, though. I must admit, it is one commonality. We
So
all drink the same water.
So we're going into the well then?
You wish to
Was it
go-
big enough for us to?
100%. It's a big well. You could all
Okay.
fit down.
just,
Well, I meant like following the water, not necessarily the well.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay.
It would be squeezy, like you'd have to go one at a time, but you would definitely be able to follow the water.
I'll be fine.
Do you know where this underground like river comes out of the or goes in underground?
I'm afraid I don't. This well was here when I got here, and I'm more interested in things above the ground. That's
Yeah.
plants and
Oh, good.
I don't pay a lot of attention to underneath it.
Can I inspect the well for any strangeness, like marks or anything?
The top of it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the actual.
Yep. Make a perception or, well, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for either marks to show that something's been coming in and out, or writing or runes on it to suggest
Okay.
its age.
So perception, then, yes.
Okay. That is an 18.
There's nothing to suggest something climbing in and out. Like there's no claw marks or anything of that kind. There is a small rune on the bit that the bucket goes on. Maybe it's a pump. Anyway, whatever kind of well it is, there's a small rune which you would recognize as like a sylvan rune for water, which is not an unusual thing.
Hmm.
And it's almost like a. It's not magical, but it's like a.
It's kind of just like a blessing or something on it. that you
Yes,
just-
exactly. It's like a keep this pure kind of thing in a very
Just a little
generalized,
talisman.
yeah, sort of way.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually have any genuine effect. It's a superstitious, like it's a convention.
Okay, that's me.
Well, Gura, I think we are going down into your well. I hope you don't mind.
Jen, we
Before
can't
we
hear
do
you.
that, because you can get mad at me. You geology read. Could we gather from the elevation of the area
Uh-huh.
and such to figure out the flow of the water to figure out where it would be heading off to, because eventually all groundwater will come through for it to be a thing. It's more likely karst rock, and that's the reason you have this here.
This is a magic world.
Nice. Could we try and use geology
So,
to figure this
You
out?
want to know where the water comes out? Is that
Well,
what you're trying to-
like the elevation of this, like, is there a way that we could kind of figure out, like, hey, if we go this way, we could probably find the water source?
Oh, so where it's coming from, not where it's coming out.
Yes, because that's where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This area is not very hilly.
Mhm.
Jax knows nothing about geology, and now I feel very pressured to give you a scientifically valid answer when I don't know how this works. No, because Gertrude is not a geologist. Haha.
She's smart.
No, I would say that you would.
It's too flat, so it's hard to determine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep.
Acceptable answer.
My brain canon is that there's a lot of underground water here, but it probably comes from far away.
Because it's a desert, it would have dried up if it was on land, so it makes sense.
Desert adjacent, but yes. Fucking
Pete will make sure he
note to
packs-
self: don't do an underground thing when you have a geologist on the team.
Pete will make sure he packs the 4 nets that he purchased away.
Mhm.
And as he does that, he's like, I don't suppose you got any other like nets and stuff just in case we need them.
That's not really a thing we do. You could talk to. I have a trapper, you guys. You could talk to Alatel, but I think he normally uses snares and traps, not nets. Really.
Cool. Where's that dude?
She points at another house that's not far away due to the fact that it's a
No
small
houses
place.
are far away.
Yes, Lorelai.
Lorelai suddenly has a potion, and she's like, "Oh, it looks delicious." I drink my potion of resistance. Wow, what is this? Oh, I'm so thirsty.
Alice in
What's-
Wonderland, that shit.
What's the flavor?
Potion resistance?
Candy floss, that thing I've never heard of.
Yeah. Mac, are you going to go and visit the trapper?
I'm just gonna quickly like stick my head in and just be like, "Hey, dude."
Ah! You're very big and red. You see
Yeah.
what did I? Oh, he's a half elf.
Yeah, I get that a lot. um,
What are
We're
you
looking.
doing here? No one ever comes here.
Oh yeah, apparently some people have been unwell, so we're
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to like catch the thing that's doing it.
Cool,
You
cool,
wanna like come
cool,
along?
cool. No.
Cool. Have you ever like been down the well and looked around down there for stuff?
No. Why would I do
Cool.
that?
I don't know, man. I don't know what you like crap and do.
No, I trap things on the plains, like, you know, rabbits and you get these little like deer things. They're very small. Good
Cool.
eating though.
Do they go good with like breakfast stuff?
Yeah, you can make sausages out of them.
Ooh, that sounds good, man. Anyway, do you have anything like a snare that I can buy from you that's like reasonably sized?
Oh, what are you trying to catch?
Don't know.
Well, that makes it harder because do you know how big it is?
Nah, man.
Do you know what it likes to eat?
No,
You're not a trapper, are you?
no, I'm more of a fix the people after thing.
I mean, I can give you a basic snare, but unless you know what sort of legs it has, it's unlikely to. Here you go. He just hands you like a really simple kind of snare thing.
Cool.
You can have that one. I can make more. Like you could see the calculation of I could try to explain this, but actually I can't be fucked. I'm just gonna give you something.
I can explain this, but none of it's gonna sink in. Thanks, man. I'll let you know how like things go, and just in case
Cool.
you want to check this thing out when we come back. Awesome.
Okay. Good luck.
Like you are feeling all right? Yeah.
What? Me?
Yeah. Some
Yeah,
people around town haven't been
I'm
good.
fine. I'm fine.
Cool. Cool.
I'm good.
Catch you later, dude.
Bye.
People like head back to the group meeting. Now it has an extra little snare. Then I'll just add to like everything that I'm carrying with.
So,
Good thing Aksel has been teaching us to lasso as well.
question:
Mhm.
How are we gonna get down the well?
Good question. How are you gonna get down the well?
I have lots of rope.
I have rope.
Okay, the only thing I suggest is we put bee biscuit, not bee biscuit, honey
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 biscuit.
honey biscuit in front.
I forgot to give you honey biscuit.
It's fine. I don't put them in
I was just-
combat.
You said that there were places to walk along the water, right? Or is it just the water is the only surface?
Oh, did she freeze?
I don't know.
It appears yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Oh,
Well,
did we all
turn it
freeze for a
off.
second there?
There we go.
Okay. So you didn't hear what I just said?
Nope.
yeah.
Okay. The whole passageway is like just one person size. Like Pete is gonna be squeezing through. You don't know how deep the water is, but you will probably have to wade through it.
Wait, is it deeper than Gertrude is tall?
You don't know.
You don't know.
Oh,
Well, we know that Aksel is fairly tall. Bergamot, are you a tall lady? How tall are you? I'm staring at you.
I can be a snake.
Bergamot can be, yeah.
That's
Bergamot once.
fair. Brya's an average
Tall.
size lass.
Yeah.
I'm short, but like short for a person, not short.
Not Gertrude short.
And
And-
Pete is a tall boy. Should we send one of our Legia members, Aksel or Pete, down first.
Axel just points at Pete.
Pete like looks down
It's
at
not.
Pete looks down at his hooves and he's like, well, I don't have to worry about getting my boots wet, so
It's a plus.
and yeah, he can like tie a rope off. But
Okay. Gura will help with this. Like, she will help you tie the rope and make sure that it is secure and all that jazz. She's not coming down with you though. She's like, this is outside of my. Okay, Pete, make a acrobatics or athletics. I'll let you pick.
I
To
will
climb
take
down.
acrobatics. I'm equally
Good.
both. Ooh,
Could
16.
question.
What?
Could
Yes.
Honey Biscuit go down and help him out by telling him like, hey, a little to the left, a little to the right?
Or will he just be like, hey, I'm doing good, I'm doing good.
Hey,
Make a performance check for Honey Biscuit
Okay.
to see. It's like those games where you have to guide someone who's blindfolded. You know those games?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
He has
On
a
all the
decent
theatre kids. What was
Pete's
that?
17.
17? All right. Pete, you can have a +1
Cool.
for Honey Biscuit's assistance.
So 17.
Cool. That's fine. You managed to climb down successfully. Are you splooshing into the water?
He will like carefully like go into the water, not like look to
Okay.
see that.
It's how tall is Pete?
Pete's like 6'6", and then he's got horns.
Okay, so I would say it probably comes up to Pete's waist. It's deep, but not like Gertrude
is
will
that, like,
probably. It'll probably
3
be
foot?
above. Yeah, it'll probably be above Gertrude's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But
Fine.
most of you should be all right.
So Pete will like look up and like, you know,
Can Gertrude
using
swim?
his like diaphragm properly to like project his voice back up the well and be like, "Hey, Gertrude, you're
Yes.
gonna have to be like a backpack."
Or swim.
I could swim. I lived in the Riverlands. Like, I feel like that's a
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gertrude
given.
can swim. Yeah.
Because water's deep.
She comes from a place full of rivers. I would say she can probably swim.
Put my shoes in somebody's backpack though. It's not
Oh,
going to be in
of
the water.
No,
Okay, cool.
please. But well, actually, my backpack would probably be also touching the water, so I'm not sure how effective.
You can
That
put
one
it in
tall
mine.
person.
Here, carry all of our shoes.
Because I have assurance, I can just forego rolling athletics and take an 18. So I'm just gonna
Oh,
take an 18
okay.
and
That's a nice
jump
trick.
down the well. Yeah.
Cool. Sweet.
So people make sure he's like out of the way. But,
So
like,
Pete, you will
don't
have to
look at that.
begin. You will
Don't look
have
up.
to begin moving along the passage to make space for everybody else, because it's like one person. You know.
Pete will move back so he's not at the front of all of this.
Okay. So who's going in next, Lorelai?
Hello.
Hello. You get down fine. Where are you moving to? Back or front?
Front.
Front. Where'd my pen go so I can make notes of this? Who's next?
I'll go next. Acrobatics, you said?
Or athletics. You use whatever
Well,
skills are. It's strength or dex.
25.
Wow.
Pete at this point will
Yep.
be like holding the rope out, so like it's taut, so it's not
Yep.
like flopping around.
Gertrude's
Cool.
gonna go in front, so that way if it gets too deep, somebody can bail her out.
Okay. Who's next?
Bergamot will just turn into a snake and use her now climbing stat to just circle around it
Okay.
in the spiral.
Cool. Are you going back or front? Because the well is there. Pete is at the back. Lorelai and Gertrude have moved into the passage at the front. Where are you putting yourself?
I'll move. I'll
Bergamot-
move to the front as well, so I'm out of the way.
Okay.
Bergamot, if you want my shoulder, you and Chomps would probably fit fine.
Where is Chomps? On the snake's head.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining in my brain.
Yeah. And the snake has a swim speed as well, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
just.
Mm.
Where
Also, I assume the snake can. How
Yeah.
big a snake are you?
I mean, I'm still a medium-sized creature.
Okay. So a
so
pretty large
Oh.
snake. Yeah.
yeah.
But you can still probably weave through legs. Like that would probably be fine.
We are a fashion snake.
So Aksel and Brya, who's next? Aksel.
Aksel will go next with a acrobatics of 10.
Oh no.
Cool. Aksel, you get about halfway down and your hands slip on the rope and you fall the rest of the way. The water breaks your fall, and it's not that high. It's like 15 feet into water. So it breaks your fall, so you don't take damage, but you are soaking wet from head to toe.
Prestidigitation.
Nice. Are you going forward or
How's
backwards?
Roxy?
I like to think he was more worried about his guitar than climbing.
Lands like this.
He's going to ask Pete why you're at the back when you're the tallest, and if the water gets deepest, the shortest people will find out first.
Too late to fix that problem. There's
Yeah.
no reshuffling here. Which way are you going, Aksel? Front or back?
I'll go front.
Okay.
So at least we've got half a chance with a 6-foot person. If
All right. So Brya, down you go. You're in front.
15 athletics.
15's alright. It's not graceful, but yeah, you get down. You're all good. Okay. So you are now in this tunnel. Your marching order is Lorelei, Gertrude, Bergamot-ish because snake, Aksel, Brya, Pete at the back.
Oh,
What do you-
Honey Biscuit will be in front of Lorelei, kind of gets dark vision and trying to scout ahead for us.
Oh, good point. Who has dark vision?
Oh, I think it's low light, technically.
There's no light down here.
Gonna need a torch.
Pete
Did-
pulls
did-
out his dagger and will cast light on it.
Okay. So there's light coming
Nice.
from the back of the line.
Yeah, I was going to say, Pete, you maybe want to cast that onto my scythe, perhaps?
Oh yeah, that's a better plan, my dude. And cast light on
Cool.
the scythe.
Okay. So Lorelei has a light at the front. Can you have light on more than one thing? Is that a
No.
thing? No. Okay, so it's that instead of the dagger.
Yep.
Cool. Yes, Aksel.
Axel's going to prestidigitate his gear and spark a torch up with his flint and steel and torch.
Okay.
So he's got a torch in his hand as well.
Okay. Just a mundane.
Monday methods get shit done.
I know. I'm just checking for
Yeah.
future reference.
Yeah,
That-
it's a
light-
mundane torch,
Sweet.
and he's got Roxy over his shoulder
So it doesn't.
with the V.
So she
yeah.
doesn't get wet. Got it.
The light is
Not
a
the-
touch spell, so I imagine the scythe got passed back. Pete went blink, and then
I assume you made a plan.
Quick.
Yes. Alrighty. So
But that's why.
Hmm?
I was saying that's why Honey Biscuit's in the front because he has dark vision.
Yep.
So.
Fine. There's only so much a bee can do. Alrighty. So you are proceeding down a underground passage, waist high if you're a reasonably normal sized person. Except for Gertrude and Lorelei, who are probably a lot deeper in the water, and Bergamot, who is currently Burger Snake. Snake-a-moth. Snake-a-moth, that's better. And you are proceeding your way into some sort of underground river space. And on that note, we're going to take a break because this seems like an appropriate place to do it. So we'll take a quick break. We are giving away my creepy book, Illusions of Innocence. It is a book of short stories to do with children. Some of them are funny, some of them are scary. They're pretty cool. It is a book I made many years ago, and I have multiple copies of it. So I'm going to give you one today. Adam will be doing some marbles at the break. It's the return of the marbles. And we'll be back in 10-15 minutes. So don't go anywhere. See you very soon. Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome back to the Gallant Horde, a poisonous problem. Our intrepid explorers have jumped down a well and are now moving through an underground river, creek, stream, running water item. The winner of the thing, I think, was Kit. Kit, just send me an email as always, and I will send you a book. That's how it works. All right. So you are now proceeding down this little passageway. Is there anything you want to do, or do you just wish to follow it?
Well, Pete would like to take his potion of resistance.
Okay. Has anyone
And-
not?
I've
Okay.
got one, so I'm the
Okay.
only one.
You do have one
You
now,
have
if
one
that
now.
matters for
Do
you.
I?
Yes.
I missed it then. Then I would take it. Sorry, I thought I only
Okay.
got an inspiration.
You
And
all
then-
have resistance to poison. What that means in Pathfinder is that if you take poison damage, you subtract 5 from the damage total.
And then
5.
Pete is going to hand forwards one of the small nets that he's got and one of the big nets
Mhm.
to hopefully catch this thing to whoever towards the front would like to grab it.
Lorelei is the frontest front. That isn't a bee.
Or a snake.
And then,
We're in the water.
and then Pete will just check behind him to like see if anything's moving around out there.
Make a perception check, please. You have dark vision, yes?
I have dark vision, yes. 23.
You don't see anything. It seems like it's just water moving. There's nothing worrying behind
Should
you.
we be quiet, trying to go down the river?
No offense, but you are swimming, and I am not sure that is a very stealthy activity.
You can breaststroke
Tie a
really
rope and pull
quietly.
me.
We can try at least. I mean,
I
there's
can
nothing wrong with
float,
trying.
and you can push.
If you wish to be stealthy, please roll a stealth check.
We will try, I suppose.
9.
Ah, Pete. Not even, you can't blame the hooves this time. It's the wings scraping against the roof.
I imagine his wings are like wrapped around him.
My
He's
bee has
tails
such a
all
high.
curled up, but he's just not a stealthy dude.
No, I know.
Doesn't matter anyway because Brya's making more noise.
What did you get?
5.
Cool.
17?
Okay, yeah, Lorelei, good. Aksel,
24.
yes. Gertrude,
The bee did 15. Gertrude did 13.
Bergamot,
21.
Snakeamot. Okay. So
Also,
it's a mixed bag.
how stealthy can you be carrying a flaming torch?
Well, there is
Yeah.
that. There is that. But you know,
If
Clearly
it is
stealth
based
doesn't-
on sound, it is a 17. If it is based on sight, I'm a glowing beacon.
yep. Right. So you proceed along this river for maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's a bit of a trek. It doesn't change much. It sort of winds a little bit. And then you notice that the passageway starts to broaden a bit. And you come out in what looks like a cavern. With your light scythe, how much light does the scythe give you in terms of distance?
Lots.
I'd say.
It casts bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for the next 20 feet.
Okay.
That's funny. Just mundane methods. That's exactly what a torch does as well.
Yeah. Except that if you drop it in the water, it'll go up. But yeah. Okay, so what you see is it looks like the water is. Let me just show you. That's easier than trying to explain what I'm wanting to do. The water is slightly green, and it is
Oh.
slightly phosphorescent. So it's not enough to actually like generate light so you can see, but there is a green glow.
Question.
Yes.
Is it as soon as we go into the cavern? Just to this?
So as you were moving through the water, you probably couldn't tell. The glowing is only in the cavern, but this water is clearly coming out of this cavern. There's like a river, like the river you followed up here has led you to this. So the water's coming through here. The vibe you get is that whatever is supplying the water is coming up from underneath these pools and then flowing down. So there's some kind of source
Spring.
from underneath, yeah. Whether it's here or, but it's coming. There is no obvious source of the water coming in, but you can see where it's going out to this well. And obviously in the course of running down where you've just come up, the whatever's making it glow is not traveling all the way down to the well. So there's where the river hits the ponds, there's an overlap, but it sort of leaves it behind as it travels away, if that makes sense. Yes.
Can I do a perception check? Other bodies, vegetables, minerals, animals.
Sure.
That's my line.
15. Not great.
There's
because that's a natural one.
I mean, there's a lot of green something or other. Hard to say.
Hard to say. I just realized that with a plus 14, a 15's not a good roll.
No, unfortunately not. It's very drippy and echoey, It has that drip drip sound you get in underwater. I mean, underground watery cave places. Yes, Aksel.
Is where our tokens have landed where we've come out of the
Yes.
tunnel.
Approximately. Yes. This map
Approximately.
doesn't have a river running into it, running out of it, but yes, approximately there-ish.
Okay, and then my next question is: all these stacks of rocks or stalagmites, whatever they may be, are they obstructing view, or are they just low level, we can see?
No,
over them?
they're some of them are high, some of them are low.
Okay.
It's uneven.
So we shouldn't assume we can just see the whole room.
No. What you can
we
see,
can't anyway because it's dark.
Because of light. But what you can see is that there are these pools of water that have obviously been there for a very long time. You can see that there's various natural rock formations. None of this looks like it was carved out. It all looks like a natural underground cave. And the fact that the water has this vaguely green phosphorescent glow. Aksel.
One more point of order. Gura specifically asked us to try and capture the whatever it was, didn't she?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she wants, yes. She essentially wants to be able to try to isolate the poison or whatever it is so that she can create an antidote.
Okay.
But she doesn't really know what the problem is, so her goal is to create an antidote. So you guys need to.
Aksel would suggest that for the amount of money we're being paid, this isn't worth anyone dying over to bring the thing back for Gura. That states his opinion on the fact.
Just to respond to you, Aksel, we can kill something, kind of kill it, and then bring it back after we've found it. So don't feel too shy to hit it, is all I'm saying.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I'm not dying so someone else can play poisoner. No.
Gertrude.
So, is there stalactite, which are the ceiling ones in here?
Yeah, they would be. In this kind of cave, they definitely would be, yeah.
Are they dripping the green stuff? Or is it
Oh.
regular water?
It is a high ceiling. Do you have dark vision?
I don't, but my bee does.
Are you sending your bee up to have a look?
Yes.
Please make a bee perception check.
The scythe will be also hoisted if I know this is happening, so that the light will go up as well, so that it's a little easier.
Yep. Perception, you said, correct?
I did.
27.
No. They are not dripping
Okay.
this green stuff.
So the source is somewhere on ground level at least, or underground. We have that for us. While he's up there, can he look and see if he sees anything that we can't see from our position currently?
It was a 27, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
He can see that there are obviously several of these pools. He doesn't see any like large creatures. That is not something he sees. He can see that the walls and some of the rocks in the cave have like slimy kind of algae, stuff on them. Like, yeah, fungalness.
Ooh.
Lichen, stuff like that. Yeah.
But there's nothing like, there's not a big toothy creature hiding in this cave that he can.
Is there a concentration in a certain area of that mossy stuff? Like, does it seem like, hey, it's this corner, but it doesn't go much further?
The further back he gets in the cave, the worse it gets.
Okay. He's gonna buzz down. Hey guys. So it's the water coming in is normal. Yeah. And hello, Mochi.
Puppy!
Yes.
And but there's some weird stuff on the walls, and the further you go back, the more it is. So more likely, that's kind of where it might be, where the thing might be. We might want to go that way, There you go. That's his information.
You might want to go that way, Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. That's what I'm imagining this bee sounds like.
Well, who will go first?
Preferably someone who can actually see.
Aksel, are you volunteering?
No, Axel's going to point where he's pinging and go, that rock looks like a guitar.
Okay. I was like, what?
Did you say that rock looks like a guitar?
Yes, but then someone called over.
You know what? It does. I see it now.
And also
Chloe,
someone
you
who
were
can see should go first.
Yeah, someone
Yeah.
who can see. Who can see?
What? I have light.
I mean, yeah, Pete can go first.
No.
Pete, you have hooves. And these rocks are slippy.
I would be moving carefully.
Can you make a dex check for me, please?
I would. Can I guide him?
Sure.
I mean, you don't worry about it. I nat 20
well-
that for a 22.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's slippery, but you're good. Please proceed. Where are you going?
Like, just probably here-ish, because that's about all. If I use 2 actions of movement, but moving cautiously, so that'd be half movement. That'd get me to about there.
Yep.
Looking around, and I've got like a big ass net in my hand.
So much like Honey Biscuit, you see a lot of lichen, a lot of algae. It does seem to be getting more concentrated the further in you go. But you don't see any large creatures or anything like that.
Pete's like specifically like looking for any movement that he can't put aside to like, oh, that's just water moving.
You can make a perception check.
Because he really doesn't want to get surprised on anything. 22.
There's nothing moving apart from you guys.
Hey, my dudes. Looks alright for the moment. And then I'll move forward again.
Okay.
Aksel, I'm so
Yeah?
sorry to bother you, but I have not prepared the appropriate magic to dry myself off today. Could you please help me?
Sure.
Thank you. Dankeschön.
Can I go and have a look at this algae and see if I can figure out what it is?
Okay, how far in are you going to do that?
Well, he was standing here when he saw it, so I'm going to go about.
Okay, make
I
a nature check.
The grid is off, or is it? No, it's working off of. It's working off of chomps. That's why. Check. That's a 23.
The algae that you're looking at here is fairly normal cave-ish. This is a very wet place sort of stuff. It's not, it doesn't seem particularly out of place. There's just a lot of it. Like slightly more than you would expect.
Yeah.
But it's not in and of itself unusual or out of place. It's just unusually dense.
I don't think this growth is anything to be worried about, but it is strange that there's this much of it.
Could it be something fueling the growth of it?
It's entirely possible. Can I make another check to see whether or not I can link algae growth to any sort of monster or creature?
Sure, make a nature check, please.
Can I help? Because I gave him the suggestion.
Yeah.
Okay. She has a good nature.
Okay.
16.
What did you get, Jamie?
24.
So, Bergamot has some knowledge of things from other places. She would know that there are creatures that are. Well, you all already know that there are beings, like sentient beings, that are plant based because you've met them. You would know that there are specifically fungal creatures. Well, you've all met mycoloids as well. But there are some that are more malevolent than the mycoloids you met. Not in like a they'll actively attack you way, but in like a they will take up residence somewhere and then the area they're in becomes gradually more like they are. And this kind of density of fungus, that seems like a likely reason.
Right. Okay. Yeah, from the sounds of it, there might be some sort of creature promoting this kind of growth. It's not necessarily evil. It might just have found a nice place and now that's happening.
Aksel?
Just for my knowledge, in case it arises, how far can one elf throw a torch?
It would be an improvised weapon, I guess?
Yes, because that's what I was just reading under the torch thing, but it doesn't say a range if thrown.
Probably
So
depends on how. I would make you do a strength check, and I would make
great.
it up based on that.
That's great. That's great
what
news
I did
for
when
Aksel.
whoever it was threw the table the other day. Someone
One
threw a
of the
table.
twins.
I don't remember who it was. One
Let's
of
see
the
if I
twins threw a table. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Sorry, I will specify for that thrown thing. Most people would suggest it be either 10 or 20 feet because only like 2 thrown weapons in the game have a longer range than 20 feet.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
I'll make it up. We'll see if it arises.
Yeah, Pete's like moved slightly forward and he's just looking around.
Really more of the same and more of the same, if that makes sense.
So is it to the
It's
left on this map?
the further in you get, the more of the stuff there is. Gertrude.
Is there a smell? Like when we get further in, is there a smell that we didn't detect?
There's a slight like fungusy smell, but what you would expect from a cave covered in fungal
So
matter.
musty cave smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't seem unnatural. It's
But it's not getting stronger or anything when we get closer.
I'm gonna begin to move forwards up to where Peter's.
Okay.
Is there like a small rock or something I can grab?
There's probably, yeah.
So like Peter will reach down and grab a small rock. So now he's only hanging on a net with one hand, and just sort of like look around. Like, people want me to throw this. They know I've got it.
I think that's aimed at the party.
Yeah.
What are you going to throw it at?
Just make some noise, see what happens.
I think you should totally huck it into the big pond right next to you. And Aksel
Do it.
takes a couple of steps back from where he is. Actually, no, he moves with Lorelei.
Yeah, I've moved
Wait,
up a
they
little.
can't
So.
see.
So I am trying to move slowly for anybody who needs the light.
We're just like the light twins in the middle.
So, Pete?
He like can he like throw something this little rock like this direction?
Sure. Just roll me a
It's
d20.
He's something with a 0, so it doesn't matter. Oh, look at that. A natural 20. Screw you, dice.
Cool. You throw the rock extremely well. It goes clunk, 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 sploosh.
And now he'll like listen out to see if there's any reaction.
Nothing changes.
Lorelei will say, into the general wide open space. Oh, hello?
Drip, drip. Echo, echo.
Start running through our languages.
Well, we've got to
Where-
go towards the back of the corner. We just have to go,
Yeah.
and we are taking too long.
Where can you ping on here, like where the end goal for us, like where it's at is for us, just so I can
So,
visualize it.
As you go in, the big three like ponds are much more green, and the rocks around them are much more fungusy. So it's as you're like, if you entered in the bottom left-hand corner, as you're going in towards the top right-hand corner, going deeper in, it is getting more.
It's getting
So
more and more. Got
maybe
it.
around
More.
in this area somehow.
Pete
He's
and
very careful to
Gertrude,
move up there.
you've both moved forward.
Yeah.
I need you both, please, to make a fortitude saving throw.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad. 27.
Pete?
Oh,
So-
I guess I should do it for my B.
I'm gonna use my
Inspiration.
inspiration from the Twitches
Uh-huh.
because I really didn't like that. I'll take a 26 though because it is so much better.
My B needs to do it. It's 15.
Your B needs to do it. 15.
I'm assuming.
Please roll me a d6.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh.
3.
Oh. That's a difficult one. Your bee.
Also 3.
No, you don't need to roll it. You
Oh.
saved. Just the bee. Your bee very suddenly believes that one of its tiny little bee legs is a snake. That it is convinced. Your bee is convinced that is the case, and will remain convinced for the next one round. So for like 6 seconds, your bee is like, "Holy shit, my foot's a snake!"
Just doing flips in the air.
It would drop it if it could drop it. It's supposed to be an item, but your bee doesn't have any items, so
It's
so it's like trying to like get rid of it, but
Oh, it has this tiny chef hat.
alright, it believes its tiny chef hat is a snake and will like try to get rid of it for 6 seconds.
So the bee's head banging.
Pete and Gertrude, you do not notice anything strange in and of yourself apart from Honey Biscuit's weird behavior.
Oh, so they don't even know, they're not aware that they've just resisted
No.
some kind of effect. Okay.
Whoa.
It just doesn't take effect.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Sorry.
What would you like to do apart from watch your bee act really strange for 6 seconds?
Fix his hat and then wait for others to come.
People point out that we got told about somebody throwing a staff.
You don't know what Honey Biscuit has seen though, unless Honey Biscuit has specifically told Gertrude.
Yeah, he just screamed for Bergamot because there was a snake and watched Bergamot turn into a snake. So, and then apologized.
He thinks that the snake is Bergamot? Is that what you're saying?
No, just wanted help because Bergamot could be a snake.
Okay. Cool.
What? Huh?
Can Bergamot speak right now? Or are you a person again?
How long was the trip?
It was a good 20 minutes, so
Yeah,
you probably are not a snake anymore.
Okay.
Snake ran out a while ago.
Oh, Chumps. Chumps needs to also make a fortitude save, please.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Chomps would be on top of my head, so let's.
Okay. All right. No, you're okay then.
I'll step forward then. There we go.
In that case, both of you need to make a fortitude save, please.
Absolutely. Let's do this. That's a 31 for me.
Okay, Bergamot's fine. What about Chomps?
Changing over to Chomps now.
You need to fail these saves. They're funny.
Sorry, I have a good fortitude.
Well, yeah, Chomps gets a 16.
All right, roll me a d6 for Chomps, please.
Rolling a Chompy d6. 5.
Chomps believes that he is 1/10 of his normal size. He is slowed 2, enfeebled 4,
Oh.
and he takes a minus 10-foot status penalty to his speed.
Okay.
Because he thinks he's smaller. He thinks he's one of those tiny little tree frogs.
I'm going to assume then that because he's feeling weird, he just starts kind of rolling around on top of my head.
So just the familiars are acting weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far. What are you doing?
Well, we know what direction we need to head in, yes?
Suppose we should just keep going? She just picks up Chomps and puts them in her pouch for now, so...
Lorelai's moving up.
Lorelai, make a fortitude save. Please fail.
We will see. 22!
That's the DC. Damn it.
But oh no, I've fallen. If can I choose to fail for fun?
You don't even know it's happening though.
No.
Damn.
Axel's moved.
Axel, make a fortitude. Oh no. If you're there, you're good for now.
Oh.
Uh, just for mechanical activation of one of my items, was that considered a spell?
No.
Yes. Cool.
Oh.
No.
Thank-
No, it's not a spell. It's a natural effect.
Cool. Yeah, just because I have an item that activates
Proximity thing.
use.
Brya. Fortitude save, please. Yes?
That's an 11.
Yay! Roll a d6, please.
Oh no, Brya. Why is it always Brya?
3.
3. Are you currently holding... What are you holding in your hand right now?
My battle axe.
You believe your battle axe is a viper.
Oh.
Release it and spend your next turn fleeing from it. You are convinced it is, in fact, a snake and it will bite you. Please proceed to RP this so that your friends can respond. when you're done laughing.
Venomous. Nope. No. The axe is like halfway across the floor. No. No.
Out of curiosity, where did you throw that axe?
Yep.
It's like slid towards the rocks by Pete. This way.
Okay. Yep.
Pete will just reach down and pick it up.
Put it down!
Axel, yes?
I'm not sure if this is a placing. We're not really in combat or anything, but
No.
I can do a counter performance on a saving throw with if the trigger was auditory or visual.
It is neither of those.
Okay.
Sorry.
Pete will like
Not seeing my friend like freaking out.
Yeah, I would say the trigger is the thing that made it
Okay.
happen. Yeah.
I just
So
thought
it's
I'd
like
ask.
a spell or an attack, or this is not like that. This is different.
Okay, well, I'm going to assume that we can agree that we've probably found the right place considering what's going on.
Brya, this will last for you for 2 rounds. So it's essentially just 12 seconds of, oh my god, that's a snake, and then it fades.
At least
now.
somebody understands.
Brya, are you okay? What are you seeing, my dear?
That's a viper. Yeah, why are you still holding it?
Oh.
I'll put it down. Pete will put down the axe, but make sure that he puts it down carefully.
Thank you.
It does, in front of your eyes, transform back into a battle axe.
Darn.
It was a
Brya,
snake.
you have been poisoned somehow.
Yeah.
Better than the bog mummies. That's good.
For
I-
now.
At least I can see that coming.
I think we can assume that whatever this thing is, it's airborne. So we should probably get this done quickly.
All right. Is it easy to get here, Jax?
To get where? I don't know where you
To the middle rock here.
Oh, you could
I'm
jump.
thinking-
You could jump.
Is that athletics?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes, Axel.
Can I
While
just-
Lorelei jumps.
On hearing what Bergamot said, Axel would take his bandana down and fasten it over his face, being the germaphobe that he is, and then he's going to step forward and see if
Alright.
it did anything.
I still need you to make a fortitude save, but I will raise the DC slightly.
You mean lower it?
Yes, that one.
Oh, 27.
Yeah, you're fine.
Finally gets a
That
good roll.
bandana's totally working. Lorelai,
It's-
what
That
did you get?
bandana's seen a lot of things.
Can I take an 18?
Do you have to state that before you roll?
I haven't rolled because I was just I did it,
okay.
and I'm
Yes,
telling
then-
you I'm just gonna take the 18.
All right. Yep. I need you to make another fortitude save, though, please.
Okay. That's cool. 24.
Okay, you're good. You guys, this is very dull.
All right. Gertrude's gonna also. Well, actually, yeah. Thank you. She's gonna try and. Can
Yeah,
she
I'm
use
looking for you.
acrobatics?
Athletics to
To
jump.
get- No, it's not gonna be
Athletics is to
good.
jump, acrobatics is to hold your balance.
12.
12?
She has
I'd
a
say-
negative.
You can make it across, but it's touch and go for a second there. You definitely do the wobble as you land, and it could go either way, but you managed to stop. Lorelai, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Oh yes, of course.
Do I need to do a safe?
26.
From where you are standing right now, you can see on the very edge of the rock, right next to the water, a very large and bulbous fungal thing.
Could you
that
ping the rock
that
for me? that you
looks.
need?
I'll do better than that.
I was hoping you were going to say frog, but fungal thing calls
No. It has a cloud of like spory stuff that's emanating off it. You can see around it, it's very strong, and then it's like floating away.
Is it responding to does this seem plant or animal? All right.
It's not moving, but it has.
Yeah.
Did you meet the mycoloids?
I didn't, but
Okay.
Dahlia has described her situation with Sprout to me quite closely, so I assume that I know what a mycoloid is like.
It has
In
like.
theory.
I think from what you're seeing right now, it looks more plant.
Okay. I just go
Please make a performance roll.
oh jeez. Oh, Lorelai is so good at performance.
Well, clearly.
18.
Okay, I would say Gertrude at least can get the message because Gertrude's right there. Don't know about the rest of them; they're a bit far from you.
Then she's just gonna turn around and be like, mushroom thing, and not as performative, just completely.
just use your words. Yes. What are you doing?
Question:
Yes.
since I'm there and Lorelai did, do I need to make another one? A fortitude
Oh yes,
save?
you do. You do. Sorry. Yes, absolutely. I got excited because Laura.
18.
18.
I rolled
Please
really
roll
bad.
me a d6.
Okie dokie. 3.
Oh my god. It's a snake again. What is in your hand?
What?
Do
What
you have
would
an
be in
item
her
your
hand? She doesn't use weapons.
Do you have anything on your person?
Let's just say it's her staff
Okay.
that she has.
Yep. You think it's a snake. For 3 rounds. You're
It's
convinced.
getting slightly better each time.
You really think
stump.
your
Need 'em. She
staff
just
is a
kind of like
snake?
nudges it. She's not scared of snakes. She just
It
doesn't like that it
explicitly
just
says
scared.
you try to run away from it, so you are
Oh,
scared
does
of
it?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, she drops it on the rock. And she's gonna run behind Laura.
Cool.
She can't jump back that way. Snake
there.
things happening.
Kicking her
Gertrude,
battle axe with her foot.
See if it turns back into a snake again.
Yep.
Oh, I point at. Jesus Christ! Remember, I have magic
Jesus
sometimes.
Christ. Wow, this game
I
escalated.
What's he doing
point
here?
at Aksel
Mhm.
because I can see him closest,
Mhm.
and I use message because I don't know if this thing's listening to me. Herr Torden, I have found a mushroom with a puff of stuff, and I think it is the source of our issues. And now Gertrude thinks her staff is a snake. It's over here. Please join me, perhaps. But maybe I don't know if you will also start thinking everything is a snake.
Cool, kill it.
Doesn't sound too bad. I like snakes.
I only messaged
Yep.
Aksel. I'm
Yeah.
hoping he will disseminate this information further away from this
I
thing
am
because I don't know if
imagining
it can hear me.
Aksel thinking that Roxy is a snake on that very small rock and flinging her from him, and the repercussions of that. Sorry, please continue.
So can Axel will say like, "There's freaky shit going on," and Lorelei's found a mushroom guy.
Oh, a mushroom. Lorelei doesn't know about Guy.
Mushroom thing, whatever she said.
I step up to
him.
it.
Um,
Scary.
Axel is gonna do the jump onto the rock with a really trash athletics stat.
Lorelei.
Oh, that's not bad. 13.
Yeah, that's good enough. Oh no, never mind. Would a 20 hit you, Lorelei?
I believe that is what you need. Yes, that is just hits me.
This thing has like kind of little tentacle things that are attached to the rock, and as you step right up into its space, one of them detaches and like lashes out at you. You take 17 points of bludgeoning damage. I rolled really fucking high on that.
Whoa.
And I need you
Uh-huh.
to make a fortitude save, please.
Okay. 21.
That is not enough.
Can I use my Twitch inspiration?
You can, if you have it.
I believe I do. I have not used it. So,
Yes.
I will re-roll that. Is 26 enough?
Yes. So you do not take the poison damage.
And I curse in my beautiful Sonoran language, and my friends will know. Jesus!
Do you step away? Or are you staying there?
If I am allowed to,
Yeah.
I'll take a little step back.
Yeah. As soon as you step away, it just reconnects to the rock. Like, you get the distinct impression this is a defense thing. This is not...
Okay.
It's not out to get you. It was you came into its space, so it
It wasn't an act of, like, aggression. It was... Okay.
it was a get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, yeah. Like, it literally, like, just pulled up this thing and lashed at you, and then as soon as you moved away, it was, like, back on the rock.
Excuse me, do you speak?
It does not respond.
I try in Sylvan. Hello, do you speak?
It does not respond.
And does it move or react in any way that it has heard me?
No.
Okay, thank you.
So now that we know what we're looking for, can we like look around and see if we see more of those?
Sure,
from
make
where we're
a perception check, please.
25.
Okay. In that case, from where you are, you can definitely see the one that's down there, right on the edge of the water.
Oh.
Which is obviously the one that was initially affecting you guys. That's probably all you can see with your line of sight, Gertrude.
Okay. Gertrude will point at like where Bergamot is and be like, oh, right on that cliff, there's another one.
It's like right down by the water.
Looking at it now, can I tell what it is?
Make a nature check.
Awesome. I'm going to re-roll that, use my inspiration. Really?
Apparently so.
Okay.
What did you get?
I got a 19, then I re-rolled it and got a 17. So
Okay. I mean, a 19. Now that you're looking at it, I would say you can tell that this is a Basidironde. It is a kind of fungal being. They can move, but they behave much more like plants than like creatures. They generally will find somewhere they like and just kind of attach to it. They do emit spores, which can be hallucinogenic and poisonous. And if they're right next to the water, there's a good chance that some of those spores and the poison from their little tentacle things is going into the water, which is probably what's causing the problem.
right.
But they're natural things. This is not malicious. They've just found a nice spot.
Yeah. Okay, these things are mostly plant-like. They can move a little bit, but really they just like to sit by places and emit spores, and basically those spores are getting into the water and making this kind of poisony effect. As far as I'm...
They have a mind, Bergamot?
Not really, no.
They are mindless.
They're just plant kind of things that can actually move. As far as I can tell, I think we might be all right with just removing them, and that should clear out the problem.
Gertrude?
If we kill them, would they still have spores in case we could bring one back in case it's a problem again? Or it'd be like if we killed them, that's it.
Because they're generating the spores, I would say that killing them probably would stop them from generating the spores.
I didn't know if it was like regular mushrooms that would still have it. Like
it's more like a cloud. It's like they're
okay.
poofing. Yeah. It's called hallucinogenic cloud. That is the name of the thing.
The one just below me,
Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere to stand around it, or is it just kind of on the cliff edge kind of thing?
I mean, that's not a super deep, like, steep cliff thingy.
Right.
But it is right on the water's edge, so you would probably have to clamber down the rocks a little bit. But it wouldn't be, like, yeah.
Okay.
Do you wish to approach it?
No, it's more wondering because of the fact that if we need to catch...
Don't get too close! They hurt!
Yeah. Is your one a bit easier to access?
Oh yeah, I could pick it up and carry it like a baby.
But it would hurt.
Yeah, it would hurt.
Okay, I can just set this one on fire.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing,
Your henna
actually.
is showing.
I was going to ask Aksel to do the same thing, actually.
I don't have a problem with that, my dudes.
Maybe just keep that one alive. We can try and bring that one back.
Well, we also have to make sure that there are not other ones, so there's that too.
Well,
Aksel,
You guys see any?
Yes.
please make a fortitude save. Saw you moving. Sneaky, sneaky.
I saw what you did there.
25.
Yeah, you're fine. You're good. Roxy's still a guitar. Well,
You're desperate for that to happen, aren't you?
Don't fucking mess with my guitar, bro.
Don't mess with my guitar, man. You're desperate for that to happen. I can see it in your little face.
The story juice. Ooh, delicious. Anyway, yes, Gertrude.
Gertrude would point out one thing we should consider is if we take one alive, we gotta go through the water and through the well, and we're bringing the spores into it. So that we maybe not bringing one back is a good idea. Because if we're certain that it'll clear it out, and that
How
will be
big is
fine
it?
after a while.
How big is it?
It's medium-sized. It's probably as big as Gertrude.
Do we have a bag or something we can put it in?
Not
backpack.
Gertrude-sized.
A Gertrude-sized bag?
Yeah, and Pete is a big guy. If we put the bag on his shoulders, I mean, wrapped in like a cloak or the net, it's the issue of they hurt. They will sting you with their little fungus fingies, and it's not pleasant.
Can we put it to sleep?
Can you put something to sleep that has no mind?
I don't think that'll work. If
Must
we
have a mind for sleep.
if we uproot it, cut off its roots, and put it in maybe a bedroll, that might do it. Then we could carry it back pretty easily.
I look forward to watching you guys all do this.
Gertrude's on team not bringing one back.
So
I'm on team set them all on fire and kill them all and solve the problem and then get the fuck out of this creepy cave.
my dude, wouldn't it be easier if we could just like point to where one is if we leave one alive that's not damaging the water? Like,
If it is here, I think it is damaging the water.
Well, they can just make more, probably.
Yes, I think it's best that we don't leave any here.
Bergamot, do these reproduce asexually?
I believe so, yes.
And fungus.
Yeah, we cannot leave any here then.
cool. So fire?
Yeah, seems like the best idea.
Aksel
Burma-
throws his torch at the one in front of him.
Make an improvised weapon attack.
How do I do that? Is that just...
Do you have? Hang on, let me look at your thing.
You have fist? Could you use
Do you have fist? As an
Sure,
attack option.
I'll roll for fist.
Muscle wizard.
28.
Oh shit! All right. Yeah, that will hit it.
Is that a crit?
No.
Okay.
Please make.
No, it's the torch has got its own damage.
Yes. Make torch damage.
Now I have to do one of these fandy dangled. Okay, it takes 1 fire damage to start with,
Cool.
and then four bludgeoning.
Okay. The fire doesn't seem to have any particularly. I mean, it burns it, but it doesn't have any more effect than you would expect. These things are pretty wet.
Fire's not working.
I mean, it
Excellent.
worked, but it wasn't. It didn't go
super-
up in flames.
Oh. Now that Aksel has 2 hands to play guitar with, he's going to say, maybe it'll hear this. And he casts Sound Burst.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to make a fortitude save, please.
You make me make a fortitude save. I make you make a fortitude save.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that is the DC. So the creature will take half damage for this, and as a free action, I'm going to cast Lingering Composition. Takes 10 sonic damage,
Okay.
and then that keeps with my performance of 18, which will be a success. That keeps happening for 3 rounds.
Okay. Can we just do all 3 because we're not really doing combat?
Okay. So just roll
it
roll-
2 more times, I guess. 2 more times or 3 more times?
3 more times.
3. So it's on top of the initial one.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's
Yep.
what lingering composition. I've finally figured out how lingering composition
all
actually works.
I was just checking whether it includes the first one. All right, go. Just roll the damage 3 times. Does it save each time, or is it just based on the first one?
Well, it's repeating the same spell over and over, just as free actions. So I guess it would make the saves again, right?
Okay. Cool. So first one. So 22 this time.
Okay, so that saves that, but the total damage was 12 for that one.
Is that already halved?
No, I'm speaking in totality, so you have it because
Cool.
I always get it the wrong way around.
Number 2, 33, natural 20.
That is a crit.
So I assume it takes no damage for that.
No damage.
Last one. Again, natural 20. Jesus. This is a very fortuitous mushroom person.
Yeah.
As it does that, it like you watch as whatever happens to it, it like puffs, and another puff of this cloud comes out, and I need everyone, which right now is Lorelei and Aksel, to make another fortitude save, please, against the cloud.
21.
20.
Both fail. Please roll me d6s each.
Even with my bandana on?
Yep.
I'm going to use
A D6,
Twitch.
you said?
Yes.
Twitch inspiration. Oh, that's worse.
Lorelei? Don't roll a 3.
5.
5. Lorelei.
5.
You both believe that you are 1/10 the size of your normal size.
Wow.
For the next period of time, which I will tell you shortly, you are slowed 2 and enfeebled 4, and you have a -10 to your movement. This will last for. Hold while I roll the thing. No. Oh yes, 2 rounds. So for the next 12 seconds, you think you're tiny.
Aksel falls to the ground with Roxy on top of him on his neck, just writhing. It's massive! It's massive! Get it off me! Roxy's huge!
Small. I'm so small! Look at me!
And Aksel will cast Unseen Servant. Bart, get it off me! Get it off me! It's huge! And Bart dutifully lifts up the guitar.
Dutifully but confusedly. All right, so you all watch as Aksel and Lorelei go.
It's so small!
Well, maybe this will be a better idea, and I cast Ash Cloud on top of it.
Okay, what does that do?
So it basically just makes a 20-foot burst of burning hot smoke and ash. So every start of their turn, they'll take 2d4 fire damage, and obviously they have to make a fortitude save to see how much damage they take.
Is this on your one or ours?
On my one.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you're just going to consistent. Well, let's do one round, because as soon as you do that, it's going to at you.
Is it though because of the burning cloud?
Well, it depends on. So it has to do a fortitude save. Let's start there.
Yeah.
We are just off the normal thing right now.
There was once rails. We do not know where they
22. They're very fortitude-y.
So yeah, 22 makes it. So it takes half damage.
Okay.
Which is 1 because I rolled terribly.
Okay.
But this cloud also lasts for a minute.
Do you have to focus on it?
No.
Alright, I guess roll damage 10 more times.
Alright.
And just do the math and tell me the total, because I can't be fucked with figuring that shit out.
Fair enough. So we're just going to half everything, assuming that it makes each fortitude save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what's the DC?
20.
Yeah, it has a +13 to fortitude, so.
Okay. That's. Oh yeah, no, doing better now.
Just give me a total.
It's a lot of rolls to make.
Or you could just roll the number of dice. And
Yeah,
then
that
add
many dice.
That would have been better, but I had a roll again button here, so I just
That
started.
would have been better, but I've started on this, so now
I am
I'm finished.
committed to this course of action.
I mean, I got the calculator open. Okay, if I'm doing that much effort, I've kind of got to stick with it.
The number of times I've done stuff like that, and Laura has just gone, "Hey, Mac, why didn't you just step one, step
Do
two,
this the
done?"
easy way.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay,
Does
while
that mean-
Bergamot is calculating fire damage, what else is happening? You two have probably recovered by this stage, by the way.
That's
You've realized that you're normal sized again. How much?
Axel's like, oi, give that back! And he gives, wonders what Bart's doing with his guitar.
Okay.
37, not halved.
Yeah. Okay. It's burnt, but it also goes poof again because it's not dead. So I need Bergamot, Chomps, Brya, and Pete to make fortitude saves, please.
Okay.
You would think she would be good at this. She has a +9. No!
What'd you get?
16!
Bergamot?
19 for me.
23 for Pete.
Pete succeeds.
I'm gonna roll chomps right now.
Brya, roll me a d6, please.
6.
6. Brya, you are melting. You drop everything you're carrying because you're not actually melting. You think you're melting.
Yeah.
And you are slow and clumsy and you can't do anything because you're freaking out because you think that you are melting.
Okay.
Bergamot,
I got a 1.
you sinking into quicksand.
Oh. And chomps got a 4.
You fall prone and spend your next turn flailing as if you are trying to get out of quicksand.
Awesome.
And Chomps got a
4.
That's the one where he thinks he's small.
Okay. He's rolling around my pouch. Just.
So both of you are pretty much out of action for the next period of time. Pete, were you gonna do something?
Pete's just gonna like look around and just be like, dudes, these things would be like so dangerous in a city. I normally
Lorelai?
don't like
Oh,
to
sorry.
kill things, but yeah. I'm
Lorelai.
just gonna like look around.
I realize I have a net. I throw the net. I'm going to grapple this creature, and then I'm going to roll it in a bedroll, and then we're going to kill the rest of them, and we're going to get the fuck out of here. So,
Okay.
I have to roll a grapple.
Yep.
Which I assume is athletics.
Yep. I believe so. We're gonna go with yes. Don't care. Don't even look it up. We're going with yes.
Okay. I'm going to re-roll that with my Twitch inspiration. I get a 27.
And that is against... Wait, fuck off. Reflex, I believe. So that will work.
It is now grappled in a net.
Cool.
I would now like to, I guess, also grapple it in a bedroll and roll it up.
Explain to me how you are going about this process.
Okay. So the net is to make it so that I know that it can move. I don't know what its movement is like.
Mm-hmm.
So the net is to make it not try to run from me and kind of trip it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bedroll is to make it so that it can't use its gross little rooty fingies to touch me again.
Okay.
What's the AC of a bedroll?
I will mention that if they're grappled, then they are flat-footed. and
Yep.
immobilized.
Wouldn't
So
that depend
Yep.
on like the size of the creature using the bedroll?
All right. Please roll a athletics check for me.
oh,
27.
All right. You successfully managed to catch this thing in a net and then wrap it in a bedroll without it being able to get its stingy stings on you.
And then I roll the bedroll in a cloak. So it's like triple layered.
Cool.
And I say, I've got one! And I
Cool.
let my friends kill some things.
Okay. Excellent. Yes, Aksel.
Can I make a perception check looking for other ones to kill, seeing Lorelei
Absolutely.
took the one that I was wanting to kill?
Absolutely. Go for it.
19
Where are you standing?
on a rock.
From
Next
where
to-
you are, the only
next to-
one you...
I can see over Gertrude's head, presumably.
Yes, but from where you are, the only one you can see is the one Bergamot was throwing fire at before she fell down and started to escape from quicksand.
She's just watching
Yeah.
Bergamot.
kind of flailing around, going, ah!
What is wrong with you people?
That's from the guy who just thought his guitar was going to squash him.
Guess I'll take a little walkies this way and have a look-see.
What did you
Expect
roll?
19. I'll roll
19.
again if you want.
Do you wish to roll again, please? Yes.
No, okay, roll again. 16.
That was not the way to roll.
I would say you can probably just about see through to where this one's chilling on the edge over there, through that gap.
Now Will doesn't know where he's looking.
Up above the... Yeah.
Oh, over there.
Yeah.
Let's get some range on. Oh, sick. I can reach that one.
So...
no.
Yes, sorry. Please continue.
Right, no, I was just saying I was going to move forwards just to make sure I got line of sight.
Okay.
To there. Not in the... That's just where it snapped you to. He won't be putting his feet in the gross-looking water.
So, given that these things don't really move, and you have to be within a certain range of them to be affected by its poofy spore thing, what are you planning on doing to this thing, Aksel?
I was going to cast Lingering Composition and then Inner Radiance Torrent till it died.
What does Inner Radiance Torrent do?
That's that one where I can do it over 2 rounds and then with my Lingering Composition make it last more rounds.
Okay, what kind of damage is it? That's the important part.
It is force damage.
Okay. I would say that you can probably kill that one. I don't think we need to go through every single roll to do it because there's nothing it can really do about it.
Well, it depends. It's a reflex save if that makes any difference.
That is the thing they don't do very well at.
Okay,
Is it a spell slot?
It is, yes.
Oh, okay, well then we do have to do it. For the sake of how many spell slots it takes.
Yeah, it's that awesome spell that Dahlia, Kalina, Lorelei, we all love it now. Yep. It's a good spell.
All right.
Yeah. So
I'll roll the first reflex save. We'll see if I nat 20 that shit. What's the DC?
20.
Oh shit! That saved.
Okay.
I rolled high.
Like a troll rolling.
So half damage. It is. Actions you spend. So I read something about. Okay, so increases by 4d4. I need to quickly make a. I'll do the performance to see how many rounds this lasts afterwards. Mm-hmm. So if I'm reading that correct, that's 8d4 force damage.
Sure, go for it.
Is that how that works, Lorelei? You've used this before.
It sounds right to me.
Yeah. How many rounds are you doing it?
2 rounds. So it says when you do it over 2 rounds, it increases by 44, and the base
Yeah.
damage is
44.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 84. Sweet.
Oh, that's some shit rolling. 15 on 8d4.
Oof. And it's halved, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to roll performance for my lingering composition to see how many rounds that lasts. Do I have Twitch inspiration?
Yes.
Probably. I do. Okay.
I think so.
Reroll.
Yes.
It's a
looks like it.
21, which is a success. Actually, yes, it's a success, which means that lasts 3 more
Cool.
rounds.
All right. I'll do 3
also-
reflex saves, and then you can work out the damage.
Okay.
It's also important to note that I think within 5 feet of you, you're glowing and could harm people that are close to you right now. So if there's anything invisible there, Jax, I don't know. It hurts.
That was 2 failures and 1 success.
Okay, so
So you do the maths and get back to me.
okay, that
While we-
sounds. Are any of them critical failures? 'Cause that
No, the lowest was 13.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Just allow me to just go into the maths corner.
Yep.
Um,
Will is in the maths corner. What are the rest of you doing? Gertrude.
Well, since he found one that way, Gertrude's gonna walk up, like over here and try to look downwards, kind of, to see if there's one.
Make a perception check, please.
Yes. 18.
You don't see any on that side.
If there's one within 30 feet, then I get a +2, but I doubt there is. But
There is not.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
Will.
that's what she does.
which one was the success on?
The second one.
Oh,
of
you.
the 3.
Okay. So the 2 failures were 18 damage, and the success halved is 10 damage.
Okay.
So
28 total. Oh,
No,
God,
no.
maths. What?
18 plus 18 plus 10.
Oh, I see. Sorry, my bad. You were supposed to do the maths for me.
Oh, did you want the total?
No,
Okay,
it's
the
fine. It's fine. I've got it.
Sorry,
Got
my
it.
bad.
Oh, it's hurting. It's hurting. It's still alive though. Well, it's still present.
This thing's really tough.
They can't move very much, and they can't really hurt you very much unless you get too close to them. But they are quite robust.
Seems like it.
Gertrude, you don't see any from there.
Can I move further and see if I can get
Where are
another
you-
vantage
Where are
point?
you going? Where are you going?
I guess further down,
Define down. Show me.
like here.
Oh. Nah, there are none there either.
Okay, cool. Then I'll wait for other people to do stuff.
Cool. Other people, do you wish to do stuff?
Pete's just moved aside a bit and is going to be casting a spell for a minute.
Okay, what are you casting for a minute?
Just my vital beacon spell. So if anybody gets
Magic
hurt-
Healy shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
How long am I melting for?
Oh, you're done melting by now.
Okay.
Yeah. Very Watt's going to get up, straighten her hat, and now she's kind of annoyed.
Mhm.
She's going to stand up and vomit swarm at it.
Cool. Is that a save?
That is a reflex save.
Jax just had a moment of why.
28! My dice are on my side here.
Yeah, so that saves.
Yeah.
So half
They're,
of
they're
this.
naturally resistant to beetles, I guess.
So 11 damage total, so half that.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing that it's still not done, well, first, do I get the poof immediately, or does it take a little bit to come through?
It probably would, as soon as it gets hit, it'll poof.
Okay.
It's the defense mechanism.
Fortitude save.
And I'm playing a little fast and loose with this one because
That's a
you know.
28.
That's fine. You're fine. Please continue.
Okay, cool. It really doesn't matter what Chomps does because there's no way for him to hurt himself right now. Cool. In that case, I'm just going to. I've used my 2 damaging spells, so I'm just going to jump in there and just stab it with my spear.
All right, make an attack.
$13.
That misses.
Yeah.
It smacks you with its gross frond thingy.
Wait. Do I not get my 3?
Oh,
attack?
Yeah, okay. Yep, go for it. Ooh. Go for it. I'm keeping that roll, though.
Cool.
You better kill it.
None of them have. Not
Cool.
a single fucking one.
Mine was a nat 20.
Cool.
So, please take... Oh, wait, I have to credit. 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And make a fortitude save.
Okay. Another fortitude save. That's terrible. I'm going to re-roll that with my inspiration. Even worse. Okay. 18.
Okay. You will take some poison damage, and you will then also be poisoned. You are enfeebled 1.
Awesome. How much poison damage?
Please hold while I roll it. Oh, crap. I literally just looked at it. What is it? Okay. It's so dumb that it's not a thing on the... Wait, fuck off. Go. 4. 4 points of poison damage.
4 points of poison damage. Okay.
So Bergamot is in a fight with this creature now. Who else wants to do a thing? Brya?
Brya's gonna start casting prestidigitation around her face. And she's gonna start walking towards the one Bergamot's hitting.
Why with the face thing?
Keep it away from her face.
Oh, okay. So you're going up to that? What are you doing to it?
I can't do anything. That was 2 actions and a movement.
We probably should. Doesn't matter. Please, cool. Alright. Gertrude, do you wish to do a thing?
You
You haven't found any others at this point.
Yeah, so I guess she's gonna go up this way and like see if she finds one.
Just the one that Aksel is already dealing with.
Okay. Can she look on the ceiling to see? I doubt there is, but can she look
there
up
are none
at the...
on the ceiling, no.
Okay.
Lorelai? Are you just hanging on to the one you have?
Well, it's packed away now, I suppose. I have it in my bag.
Yes.
On the bottom where the bedroll goes.
In the I see. It's like
it's on my bag.
It's like Gertrude sized. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
If I can carry my dead brother's body, I can carry this.
True. That's true. Fair point.
So I suppose just for brevity, if you don't mind me creeping around with up here and just I suppose perceiving the area.
Sure. Make a perception check.
25.
You do not see any more.
Okay, that will be me for checking this round.
Pete, you're still doing your thing?
Assume you'll let me know when that is done.
Okay. I'm just kind of because it's a bit loosey.
It's a minute cast time.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I did that because it didn't seem any
Yeah.
particular danger, and then the druid jumped off a cliff.
Aksel.
He has moved to where he is, and he had a perception of 13 as he did so, looking for more.
You don't see any more.
Okay.
You guys are pretty sure there are no more on this side, at least.
I think we are all just searching at this point, unless... Oh, I think Bergamot is still alive. And so is Axel's.
Aksel's is still alive and Bergamot's is still alive.
Mm.
That is, you are behind rocks that it is behind of there, Aksel.
Yeah.
You do not have line
So-
of sight.
Oh, so I can't see it.
No.
Okay.
You know where it is because you saw it, but you
Yes,
don't have line of
yes.
sight
I'm
from where you are.
trying to get into line of sight. So, but also not go very near it.
Not get into hallucinogen range.
Yeah, no, he'll do that later.
That is
When
within
it's safe.
hallucinogen range, so I'm gonna need you to make a fortitude save, please. Where you are right now.
Sure. 13?
Hey,
I-
roll me a d6.
do I
No,
have to-
just do it. Come on.
Do I
Okay.
have Twitch inspiration? I believe I do. Last time I
do.
looked.
You do.
You do.
Boring.
I just hope for it to be worse. Ah, 23.
Damn it. All right, what you doing to this guy? There's not much left of him. He's
Okay.
he's looking pretty fucked up.
He's gonna chuck a phase bolt.
Okay.
Range strike. Okay, so I just roll that one.
Attack roll, I assume.
Yes. So 23 to hit.
That hits.
10 points of piercing damage.
That is enough.
Woo!
It basically just explodes.
You were taking too much room.
Aksel dies. No.
Well,
Um, all right, that pretty much just leaves Bergamot. Bergamot's one. Bergamot,
Right.
would you like to do something to it?
Yes. This time turn into a probably, yeah, sorry to say this, but I'm going to turn into a bear.
Okay, that's fine.
An
An environmentally appropriate bear. I don't think
Yep.
there is an environmentally appropriate bear for this environment, but you know,
It's a cave.
water bear.
a water bear.
around there.
Bears live in caves.
True. All right.
Don't know what
and-
fairy tales you guys have been reading.
Yeah, it's a cave.
Cave bear.
Could
Could be a drop bear.
Definitely
10
Not in this
to
environment.
HP, blah blah blah. Attack modifier 14. Damage bonus of +5. Okay, righto. So
Smack with bear.
I am going to smack with bear.
Please roll a smack with bear attack.
Just going to use that. 23 to hit.
Yep.
That is
Checking how much it has left.
2d8 plus
4
9.
arbitrary units of hit points.
That's 16 points of piercing damage. Well,
Piercing
slashing damage.
Slashing damage.
Damage.
Slashing damage is particularly terrible for these guys,
Good.
which means you slash that motherfucker to pieces, and it is dead. You all just watch Bergamot lose her shit, go full bear, and just like rake this thing, and it just falls to pieces. It's dead.
It's just slam a paws on the ground, just roar at its corpse.
It is dead.
Nice.
Well, Pete, you can probably finish what you're doing now, because they've destroyed the ones they could see apart from the one Lorelei has strapped to her back.
And Pete will just be like, "Hey, dudes, if you get hurt, just come over here. I got you."
I scamper over to Pete.
Okay, so you immediately take it's 4d10. Yes.
Jeez,
Wait,
that's just like Cloud of Heal, right?
You take 14 hit points.
I will make sure that my bag is far away from me when you are doing this.
Bergamot's going to
14.
also stroll over in her bear form.
You said 14?
Correct. Okay, so in bear form. Ah, man, come on. Tell me how this does. Right, so you need to take less healing because you're second. You take 4d8. I'll
Oh.
do it on a.
Oh no, we lost Lorelei.
This D8 4 roll.
Oh.
Bergamot takes 10 hit points.
Yes, no, yes.
Cool. What are we doing?
I guess we need to keep on looking to make sure there's no other ones around any of these ponds.
Everyone make me a perception check. We'll just do one round of perception checks and I'll tell you if you find more.
That's a Jack's got bored perception check.
Oh,
21.
That's the Jax is looking at the time and we're already hitting that point where we need to start wrapping up. 21? Yeah,
21.
Come on.
22.
22.
22.
22.
26.
26.
I
You do
rolled
not
a
find
12.
any more. There are no more.
Oh.
Pete is very certain of this. There are no more.
Gertrude gets her staff. She's not leaving behind her snake staff.
Cool.
Can anybody clean water today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't pick that up. I got prestidigitation.
That's probably not going to do it. You need something a little bit more oomphy than that for this.
Yeah.
I've got purify food and drink.
How much drink does that purify? Does it specify?
Uh,
I
8
think it,
gallons.
80 gallons.
8.
I don't
8.
speak gallons. How much is gallons in a real measurement?
That's like 40 liters,
8
Okay,
gallons.
so
40
it's
plus liters.
probably not going to cut it for these pods.
No.
Of,
8 gallons is about 30 liters.
still, there is more than that in these
But I
pods.
could take 30 gallon. Take 30 gallon. I could take 30 liters out twice in town and purify that,
You could do that, yes, when you get back. Yes, you could do
and
that.
then go use this until the water flushes through.
Yes, Lorelai.
And these ponds are not stagnant, right? There is
No.
movement to
There's
all the water
definitely
here.
movement. It looks like it is. There's some sort of source of water coming into the ponds, and then it's
Yeah.
flowing out past where the
So-
well is.
It
So-
will clear out in a day or so,
Yeah.
right?
It will. It absolutely will. So what
we're
you can
good.
gather from the situation is these creatures took up residence here, and they've been essentially just living there, doing their thing, but as a side effect, they have been making this water
Yeah.
poisoned and weirdly hallucinogenic in bizarre ways.
So
Um,
we
Yes, Axel.
Just athletics 20 to jump back across the gap.
Okay. You're good.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
yeah, let's go.
Okay.
So
You trek back up. Are you staying a
Um,
bear?
can Bergamot fit?
Yeah, no, Bergamot's going to turn back into
Okay.
Bergamot.
I was going to say, I don't know that Bergamot would fit up the passageway again, but that's cool. All right, so you noodle on back the way you came. Can I get athletics checks to climb out of the well again, please?
Oh, I
Athletics.
just used a good one to jump across a gap.
You did that to yourself. I did not ask for that roll. Yes.
Bergamot
19.
takes 13 points of healing too.
I'll take the
Again?
18.
I'll take the 13 points healing, sure.
So sorry, Axel, what you get?
19.
Bergamot, what you get?
19.
Brya, what you get?
15, but apparently it's not showing up.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. I believe you. Gertrude, what'd you get?
18.
Lorelai.
Do my friends seem to be going up? Because I'll just take an 18.
Yep, they seem to be going up. Pete.
20.
Alright. Yeah, you all managed to climb out of the well. You're fine. You
Hey,
come.
boss.
Gura is there and she looks at you and she goes, well, did you find it? I do not see a creature.
It has a cloud that is hallucinogenic, so you need a
Oh.
space that is good to have this kind of thing. But we did bring you one back.
Oh. Well, good. Perhaps bring it through to my laboratory and I will go from there.
Just so you know, it seems like the water will flush out in the next day or so, and you
excellent.
should not have any side effects based off of that. But I thought maybe you would still want one of these, just in case.
I do appreciate it. Anything that can have these sort of effects would be interesting to study at the very least, but hopefully also I can develop some sort of antidote in case it should reoccur.
The beautiful and stunning Bergamot knows way more than me, so you should talk to her about it, not me.
It's still
Okay.
alive, and it makes like a cloud if you hit it. So
Okay, noted. I have
Aksel points to his completely mundane bandana, which seemed to do the trick.
I have methods of dealing with such things. There are various natural occurrences of these sorts of things, so I have masks and whatnot in mind.
Also,
It is currently contained, I assume, since you are not screaming about snakes.
It is triple layered on my back.
Excellent. Please come. And she will lead you to her. There's like a room in the back of her house that has it has laboratory written all over it.
Can you get me some water and I'll just clean it for today while the stuff washes through?
Well, we only have the water from the well. That's why we were drinking it.
But you have some barrels or something of it?
Oh, I see. We probably can dig something up. I bet that what did I give it? Zexink probably has containers of some sort because she has.
Could you just use that big bucket that's on the map?
Big bucket on the one next to the well.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not a 30-liter bucket, but sure, it's a normal well bucket.
I'm sure. Not to be presumptuous, but everybody collects their own water every day. If everybody just came out and collected some water, we would be okay.
Yes, we can do that. So she will take you to her laboratory. She will safely put away the mushroom person to make sure that it is still wrapped up in a little container of some sort, like a cage or something. And to deal with that later. And then she will go around to each house and be like, come and get some water. This lovely red fellow is going to sort that out. All the townsfolk come out with their various receptacles. There's a lot of drawing water out of the well, and I assume Pete does his thing.
Yep.
Well, one moment, please. She runs off back to her house, and she comes back with a bag of gold and a box of things which I will give you later, because I haven't thought of them yet.
Can we have that stew now?
Oh, I'm sure you can. And Zexix perks up and goes, ha! Yes! Yes! Stew! And runs back in and comes out with the big pot and plonks it down on the ground and goes, everybody, help yourself! And she has piles of little wooden bowls and a big ladle. So you can all help yourself. It's actually quite tasty. It's a bit odd, but good.
Is there any?
All right.
Do we need to make any fortitude rolls to eat the stew?
It's fine. She boiled it, so it's okay.
Cooked out.
Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna say I cast neutralize poison on her cauldron.
Ah, well, there you go. If it was poisoned, it's not anymore.
Yeah, you got rid of the wine.
That's not poison.
It's cooked out anyway. It's when you cook with wine, it doesn't stay.
Yeah,
it's not gonna make you drunk. Yeah.
Pete will take the moment to go see the blacksmith and cast restoration on them,
which will fix it. They are no longer enfeebled.
And Bergamot looks alright after other than getting crap kicked out of them.
Yeah, mechanically I've lost 1 health now.
So she's okay.
Cool.
She's good.
And everyone else, there was no one else in town that was permanently affected, yes?
No, she also wasn't permanently affected. She just kept drinking the water because she's a blacksmith. And it's very hot in a forge, so she kept getting reinfected. All right. Yes, Aksel.
Well done.
Aksel's going to ask Gura if there's anywhere he can purchase some ale for the return trip home.
Oh, yes. One moment. She goes off and she comes back with a smallish keg and hands it to you. You may just have this. This is fine.
Oh, thank you very much. Maybe I'll come here and play a set sometime.
Oh, I'm sure that would be very welcome.
tattoos the night you guys party, yes?
Indeed.
Mhm.
Party is a strong word for what we do, but yes.
Cool.
We sit around and have a few drinks and then we all go home.
Sounds like a perfect situation for some music.
Yes, Gertrude.
Gertrude would ask, probably, it's not probably a recipe, but like what they put in the stew and stuff because she wants to add it to her cookbook.
She
Or-
describes what she did the way someone
A
who
Meemaw would?
cooks by feel. would
The
describe it. It was like
ancestors guide her hands.
a little bit of this and a little bit. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's what
It's
Gertrude
very
does.
vague. Yeah,
It works.
She has no measurements, and it's just and then I added a bit of this, and then but she will tell you what she did more or less.
Yes.
I'm picturing like a Caribbean mama, like just
But she's a goblin. Yes.
yeah, just making some sweet as like
Yeah.
Barbados style curry or something, just
Yeah.
with jerk chicken. I can smell it. I can
Yeah.
smell it.
That is the vibe. She's clearly someone who never cooks the same dish twice because she doesn't know. All the recipes she has written down were ones she got from other people. She doesn't write her own down.
Rad. Aksel's already saddling up his horse.
Okay. So you purify the water. You have handed over the mushroom person to Gura. The people of Oflence are very grateful and like, oh, thank you so much for solving our problem, blah, blah, blah. And you all head on back to Circle Creek, I guess. It will take you a couple of days to get home. I'm sure nothing terrible will happen on the way. There definitely won't be a band of bugbears waiting for revenge. Aksel's face.
Why would they want revenge? I don't know anything. Oh, Bergamot was on that mission. She'd know what was. Why would bugbears?
Yeah, and that was another successful mission. Good job. Yay.
Level up.
There are several level ups today. We will also be dropping a little something in the Discord after this game, which is a brand new thing that we've just started doing. So if you are not in our Discord, this would be a super time to hit the subscribe button and come and join us, because it's dope and quite a lot of fun. Yes, we have City in Yellow next week. Next weekend's game. Before the Gallant Horde one, there is City in Yellow, which is a Cthulhu game that Lionel is running, which Will is in. And so he probably knows more about it than I do. But it is dope, so make sure you tune in for that. And the Gallant Horde game next week is Findek's Treasure. Who is Findek? Let's find out. I'm very excited to introduce you to this character because he's one of my favorites. Thank you for watching. Yes, did you have something?
I was just going to say, with the City in Yellow episode next week, if you start to watch, if you want to start watching, please watch the VOD because we are coming in at a very pivotal moment in the story and it is super exciting. And oh boy, I cannot wait.
Awesome. Yes, so those are all on our YouTube channel. So go and check them out. Cool. We will see you next week. Whatever you are doing, don't go anywhere. If you're in the Discord, hang around because there's going to be some stuff. And yeah, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a beautiful time zone. Bye bye.